The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
I was enjoying that too much. I do apologise.
So smooth.
What are you doing?
I'm just grooving smoothly.
Why are you pushing your chest out and waggling your head?
Because I feel like I'm on board something big and expensive. I know that feeling.
Oh God, please, not at this early stage. Well, Katie Puckrik is here.
Hello.
If you were listening last week, we trialled a new feature where the guest who is comes in a week before they're coming in.
Yeah.
It's like pre-drinking.
Exactly.
We called it Peep at Puckrik.
Yeah, we've dropped that feature. It didn't. The teasing of the guest a week ahead, it didn't work. It was ahead of its time. But Katie, I'm Iain Lee. This is. I'm so sorry, I've forgotten your name.
Your boss.
Oh,
Katherine Boyle.
That's the one. All right. I just want to say to everyone here, the assembled masses,
right.
I think the show has been a little bit too below the belt recently, a little bit too scatological, a little bit lavatorial, a little bit sexual innuendo, sometimes not even innuendo, explicit sexual imagery.
So you're involving back bottom and front bottom in this below the belt scenario.
Yes, if we just establish
and taint. I think the first time I came on the show, we talked about taint.
This is exactly, and those are the kind of areas I would like to avoid, if that's possible, please.
I think those are the areas that are quite
outrageous,
quite integral to enjoyment.
0344. Have you seen Booksmart?
No, I want to see it.
Oh, I saw it the other day, man. Have you gone to see it yet?
No, I haven't gone to see it yet.
Okay, you should go and see it.
I went to see Katie's Yacht Rock doc instead.
Okay, yachtrock.com. This Booksmart is funny. Oh, it's funny. And just the talk of those downstairs areas, there's a very funny scene where those areas are involved.
It's young ladies exploring these nooks and crannies.
There's a bit
verbally.
Of that hole that you think you've got, it's not what you think it is. Oh, my God, I'm so sorry. There's a spoiler for you there. It's a very, very funny film.
I have more than one hole, so I better go see that film and identify...
It will clear a few things up for you.
Yeah, just anatomically.
Katie Puckrik is here. Now, last week, you weren't allowed to tell us what you were coming in for.
I didn't want to blow my wad.
Well, okay. But now you can tell us?
Yes. So here's what's going on. And the opening song, What a Fool Believes by Doobie Brothers, circa 1976, is a clue because starting tomorrow night on BBC4 at 9 p.m. is the first episode of my Yacht Rock two-parter.
Yes!
Roar!
Yes! Now, for those who don't know,
yes,
and I know this is a tough question, but if you can do it like quickly,
yes,
what is Yacht Rock?
Yacht Rock is a fun and affectionate and cheeky little term that sums up that blue-eyed soul that came from the west coast of America between 1976 and 1986, approximately, played by studio musicians and key players along the lines of Doobie Brothers, Michael McDonald, Steely Dan, Hall & Oates. And the reason why all this music is kind of grouped together, even though none of these artists set out to make something called Yacht Rock. It was just something that was named after the fact, much like Northern Soul, in fact. But it really is music that summed up what was going on in America at the time, which was just aspirational, escapist. There were a lot of problems going on in culture, society, like nowadays. Yeah. And people just want to get in their muscle cars and crank out that feel-good music that makes you feel like you are escaping on a yacht. So you have musicians like Christopher Cross, Toto, especially when you get into the 80s, you have a lot of black artists like George Benson, Pointer Sisters, Jones Girls, Jeffrey Osborne, Radio, Commodores, Lionel Richie. But all of this music shares this. It's very plush and lush. It's
kind of perfect.
It's very perfect. Yeah, it's a high-level studio musicianship and extremely uncool. It's not cool at all. And that's kind of the charm, is kind of considered music that your parents listened to when they were organizing their key parties. But it was actually the stuff that was sailing out of the FM airwaves in the late 70s.
Well, the housewives had the money, didn't they? So they were aiming it at your mum.
Yes. Yes. Blame the moms. Blame those horny mothers. And in fact, a lot of the charm of Yacht Rock is sensitive guys bearing their soul. What a fool believes. You hear Michael McDonald there singing about, can he get it back together with this lady? The lady doesn't even know he exists. So these are guys who are being sensitive for the first time in their life. And that's an interesting aspect of this sound as well. Not a lot of women doing it. Women are the muses. They're being sung about. But if you were Linda Ronstadt, Joni Mitchell, or Bonnie Raitt at that time, I think you had bigger fish to fry. I mean, Yacht Rock is kind of a male weekend in a fantasy, weekend in a hammock fantasy.
By the way, you can call in and speak to Katie, 0344 499 1000 about this. If you just want to call in for for a chat and the usual nonsense, you're very, very welcome to. Were there any women Yacht Rock groups?
Well, not so much Yacht Rock groups. What you find is, aside from the major players like your Totos and your Steely Dans and your Doobie Brothers, Yacht Rock was more of a itinerant category where people might have in the course of an album, they might have one or two yacht rock songs. So women, that's typically, if you do hear like Carly Simon, there's actually a couple of Fleetwood Mac songs that dip into the yacht category. They have to be very smooth. It's if it goes into story songs like the Pina Colada song by Rupert Holmes, people go, well, that's got to be yacht rock. Well, technically, I guess it could. It's more marina rock, but
marina.
But they, it's too kind of hokey with a punchline, so it has to.
Yeah.
And another important aspect for me, anyway, is that to counterpoint this perfection of the music and the sound and the production, it's really integral to have that wistfulness, the melancholy, the ache of longing, and that's in a lot of the music.
Yeah.
And I think that is the bitterness to the sweetness, and that makes it palatable and timeless. It's very much adult music. It's not greasy kid stuff.
Have you seen, sorry, I'm thinking of Michael McDonald. Remember the SCTV sketch I showed you? There's a brilliant SCTV sketch. It's Rick Moranis as Michael McDonald, and it's him as I think it's called The Best Backing Singer in the World. And it's him driving down the freeway, and he runs into the studio, puts the headphones on just in time to sing his backing
I've seen it.
Oh,
you've just reminded me. Yeah, it's great. And then back into the car.
Yeah, and then just goes. He's done. We've got Daniel on the line. We're going to. These shows are on. They start tomorrow. I think we're going to.
Yeah. So there's 2 episodes. So episode 1, all about the 70s, happens tomorrow night at 9, and then the next week, Friday the 21st, 9 o'clock again. All about the 80s.
We're going to plug these. These are well worth watching. I've seen literally 30 minutes of the first one because Katie decided to send it to us today.
I'm sorry.
Instead of last week, but it was good. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've got that to watch. Daniel's called in though. Good evening, Daniel.
Hello.
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 Yep.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. That's why we're saying hello when you say hello, or shortly thereafter.
Sorry.
How can we help you? Okay, they've gone. Well done. They just wanted to see that it worked. We haven't had a kid phone in for a long time.
There was a lot of giggling there.
There was giggling. I hope. I hope this wasn't their one call. They're locked under the stairs somewhere, and this was the one call.
There's a shooter.
Okay. Let's take a quick break. Then we're gonna come back and talk some more about this. If you want to talk to Katie about yacht rock or anything, you can. And if you just want to phone in and do your usual nonsense, you'd be very, very welcome. If you saw the fast eating program that was on, the Super Eaters that was on just before this, we watched a bit of it. It was filthy. It was insane. I think I could do some of it. There was a guy that was going to have a fried breakfast, a roast dinner, and 15 big sandwiches, all under 30 minutes.
Incredible.
And I think amazing
It made
scenes.
me feel sick just watching it.
No, it made me feel hungry. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio. Yes, it is.
Jacked up jive talk for janitors, jazz cats, and gin-soaked boys and girls.
Exactamundo.
If you're awake, you're welcome.
I've got 5 cactus needles stuck in my...
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. You can give us a call, dear listener. That'll be very nice. Katherine Boyle is here.
Word.
Katie Puckrik is here, who is on the word. That's clever. But one thing I've got... You tweeted...
Yeah.
Join us tonight when we are joined by my friends.
Yeah.
These are your words. My friend Katie Puckrik.
Yeah. She's put in the hours, the friendship hours.
We just went to the loo and we were still talking throughout the process.
I will go to the loo with Katie.
Well, until you've done that.
I will take a dump next to Katie if that's what it takes. But I don't, with respect, I don't need to put in the hours because we've both been on television, so instantly.
Oh, I see. We're showbiz friends.
Well, but I would say more than showbiz friends. But and I don't mean in that way. We're not going to get married or anything. Although it could raise both our profiles, could be great for our careers.
Very strategic. I like your style.
But I personally, and I'm saying this, choose discomfort over resentment. I personally found that tweet personally upsetting and insulting.
Oh God, you're really inserting yourself into a narrative that has nothing to do with you.
Exactly, but it should do. And I'm glad you agree with me, Katie. I'm glad you agree with me. You see?
Well, you're my best friend.
So
be happy with that.
I don't know if I am, actually.
So what you're saying is that Katherine is obliged to always include you in.
I have to share all my friends.
You have to share relationships. She didn't say that we weren't friends, you and I. She was just saying her friend, and it was her tweet from her personal account.
Yeah.
Atting me and the
I
radio
mentioned
station.
you, so yeah, you're welcome.
Can I ask you a question, Katie?
Yes. Who do you like best?
I'm
Is that
asking
what you're
Katie a
gonna
question. No, I'm not. I'm not going to ask that, actually, because I wouldn't put her on the spot like that, because she's talent.
It wouldn't be a spot.
Look at me, Katherine, while I ask Katie a question. Katie, are you my friend?
I'm confused by the body language because you're not looking at me.
No, because I want to get one over on her. All right, I'll look at you if it's so important.
I'm really thrown by this pantomime.
Katie, are you my friend? Are we friends?
Are we friends? Yeah.
We have to
Do you feel better now?
I would like you to delete that tweet.
Well, it's done its job now. I can easily do that.
Okay, well, I think that's hurtful. So when did you? How long ago did you make this? Was this a while ago?
Yeah, it was. It was last August.
Oh wow! So
Yeah.
it's been sat there for a long time.
Well, it's been being honed and crafted, and it finally was finished in December.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we had to wait for yacht season to come upon us again. But yeah, I had a lovely week on the beach, Pacific Ocean, and in Santa Monica and Marina del Rey and Venice Beach in California. And actually, that was kind of interesting because you look at the dock and you think, well, she's living the life. Look at her rollerblading. She's swanning around on a yacht and getting sunburned. Well, there's freaky people tripping around, tweaking out behind her, and that's all what's going on. But the other thing is, it was the first time I had been back to LA where I lived in another life when I was married. It was the first time I'd seen my ex-husband in 3 years. So I had this like extra, like by day, fun and happy, talking about yacht, and by night, meeting up with somebody that I used to have a lot in common with.
Wow.
And it wasn't unpleasant, but it was a shifted paradigm for sure.
And also as well, I've done a week is quite a long time to be out for a shoot like that. I've done those kind of shoots where you're just busy all the time. You film the links on one.
Days.
Yeah, you film the links on one, and you do alternates, and maybe we could then you're driving for an hour to the next place.
Huge,
and
long traveling. Yeah,
it looks glamorous.
Yeah, it is very glamorous, and there's some lovely interiors shot in one of my super A-lister showbiz friends' home, and I'm obliged to. I'm under oath not to say who it is, but when you look at it, when you see me lounging on that bright yellow chaise longue, you can think to yourself, which A-lister?
Oh.
2 A-listers, a couple.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know because I'm Katie Puckrik's friend.
Oh, I know as well. I know as well.
Do you?
I could guess. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell.
Yeah, bingo.
Is it?
No.
Oh, okay. My ex-wife is half Greek, and they've got like a holiday home in Zakynthos, and their friend, her best friend, has got a holiday home on another Greek island. I can't think which one it is. And I went over there once, and they were talking about how there was this lovely American, the parents, this lovely American couple had come for dinner, and they were talking about them, and they said, yeah, so it was... do you remember when Kurt and Goldie came over? I went, whoa. This isn't Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, is it? I said, yeah, that's it, the actors. Do you know them? I said, yeah, of course I bloody know them. 2 of the biggest stars in the world. They got a home on this island, and they were going over to this house for just like lunch and stuff.
With just local yokels
Yeah,
kind of thing?
just hanging out.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Well, that's what, Madonna is living in one of her many homes. She's got a home in Lisbon, and I was reading an interview with her where she said, I have no friends there, and I keep trying to make friends, and no one will be friends with me, and it's really lonely living in Lisbon. So, yeah, obviously Kurt and Goldie are much more proactive when they're out in Greece.
Rihanna lives in London, doesn't she?
I just heard that.
Yeah, she hasn't called me. Has she called you?
No.
She's called me.
See?
No. but like £16,000 a month rent.
Oh.
Yeah, but she's just become a billionaire, hasn't she? Really?
Is she? Really?
Yeah, she's like I think she's the wealthiest female singer at the moment.
More than Beyonce?
Yeah.
More than Adele?
Yeah.
Wow.
The wealthiest.
Because she does
investments,
makeup, she has all these business
Fenty Beauty and all that stuff.
sidelines.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
And where does she live? Let's go visit her. £16,000 a month.
We'll find it. There can't be that many places in London.
Notting Hill? Is it like Notting Hill or Holland Park?
I think it's like a mansion. Notting Hill's kind of townhouses, isn't it?
How about Holland Park? That's mansion. That's where Elton has one of his pads.
We have a bloke telling you where you've gone wrong in your documentary, despite not actually having seen it.
Ding that bell.
I love it. We were just talking about this before the show.
Blokes taking over music and telling, particularly historical music, and telling everyone else, especially women, why they're wrong, what the correct songs to like are, and why.
Bearing in mind this is music that Katie grew up with as an American.
Yeah.
On the spot at the time.
Peter Lewis says, Yacht Rock, no mention of Ricky Lee Jones, Little Feat or Ry Cooder?
Oh, yeah, that's okay. I have an answer for, what's this fellow's name?
Peter Loser, I'm going to call him from now. Peter Lewis.
No, Peter, yeah, those are great selections. The first thing to remember is that Yacht Rock is just pretend. I mean, it's like, it's not a real thing at all. It's just something, the term itself actually happened because there was a YouTube series that started in 2005.
Yes, I saw some of that.
Yeah, it's just totally funny and silly, and it's very tongue-in-cheek.
Is that where the term comes from?
Yeah, those guys.
I didn't realise.
Yeah. So there's a group of wiseacres in LA loved this music and thought, wouldn't it be a funny concept if Loggins and Messina are fighting Hall & Oates in this kind of street battle behind the dumpsters, behind the 7-Eleven. And so it was kind of fan fiction writ large. And so it's kind of a jokey name. And then it was just a way to say, this is a grouping of music that share certain characteristics. But he's saying Little Feat. Did you say Bonnie Raitt?
No, Little Feat, Ricky Lee Jones and Ry Cooder.
Ry Cooder. Okay, so what I would say is definitely there's some elements of Ricky Lee Jones, some of her songs. Like this is the case of the day laboring yacht rocker, where it's like maybe a song or two from the album. Little Feat, definitely from that West Coast Laurel Canyon scene. And they those guys played on a lot of each other's records, but they're a little more rednecky, so they're a little more down to earth. And Ry Cooder, I think he's a little more of an iconoclast. But you can make a case. That's the thing. You can twist this thing into a pretzel. I think we're all right. No one's wrong.
I'm happy to say when I don't know things and I learn things, and I learned something there in your little thing, and I've just Googled it to think, she just made that come. Oh, no, it's true. Ricky Lee Jones is a woman.
Yes.
I didn't know that. I just thought
Chucky's in Love. So that's the song that people.
I don't know that song.
Chucky's in Love. You don't know that song? So that's a real.
I know that one.
Yeah.
I don't know
Chucky's
that. Isn't that terrible?
love.
I thought I always assumed that Ricky Lee Jones was like some old.
She was Tom Waits' girlfriend.
Right. I can see her now, but I thought he was some old rocker from the 50s.
Yeah.
One of those sort of smooth,
Jerry Lee Lewis.
No, smoother than that. Not quite Fabian, Frankie Avalon kind of.
Oh, okay, so more like a beach blanket bingo movie.
Yeah. But it's a woman then.
But all those Little Feat and Ricky Lee Jones, I'm sure they shared drug dealers with Doobie Brothers and Steely Dan and Little River Band, although they were from Australia, so probably hard to share.
You have to be American to be.
No,
yacht rock.
you don't have to be American. That's it, and that's the other thing is just because the sound was so prevalent, that kind of very smooth sound, white guys. Aping black singing style.
Yeah.
Actually, I think the music math on Yacht Rock is music math involved. It's soft rock plus jazz equals Yacht Rock.
Okay, yeah.
So it's very mellow. It's very tranquil. Sometimes it can be dynamic. I mean, my goodness, you get to Toto and you get to Rosanna, Africa. Those are quite surging and burning, yearning. But in Britain, there are a lot of really fine yacht rockers. You've got trying to think of a Climax Blues Band.
Right.
They're from the Midlands, heavy on the cowbell, but they were definitely yacht rockers. Leo Sayer had some very reasonable yacht rock songs, and Robert Palmer, very smooth. I mean, if you were a musician at the top of your game by the mid to the late 70s, you were exposed to those influences. And if you were a bit soul-y, if you were rolled in the soul mold, that's the kind of material that you were playing with.
Leo Sayer was big in the States for a bit, wasn't he?
Yeah, he, you know I can dance, you know I can dance. And that was the big hit.
Because he's kind of a joke over here now, which is a shame. Because he had a couple of great songs.
Good.
But I'm sure I read he played Madison Square Garden once.
Yeah, he was really big in the mid-'70s. And in fact, I've just only recently discovered a fantastic, I've got my Yacht Rock list here of material. Can't find it right now, but because again he'd really established himself by the mid-'70s. He was working with all of those same writers and musicians that made, shared the DNA, this yacht DNA.
Let's go to Alistair. Alistair is called in. Good evening, Alistair. Oh, hang on a minute. So I've got my fault, guys. It's my fault, please, everyone.
Hello.
Everyone just cool out. Yes, Alistair.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, I had to call. I wasn't originally going to call, but with Katie on, I absolutely adore Katie. As you remember, she was my favourite presenter on The Word.
Well, thank you.
And I'm very interested about this show, this Yacht Rock thing.
Yeah.
Where can I catch it?
You can catch it tomorrow night on BBC 4 at 9 p.m. And then the next week, the next Friday, same time, same place.
And then it'll be on the iPlayer, obviously, as well.
It'll live there for a good while.
Yeah, so you can watch it online, Alistair.
Oh, excellent. That's really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, so just come back from a meeting. Fear of $1 million.
Alistair's been having a little bit of trouble with the old booze recently.
Oh.
But what are we now? Are we 6 weeks?
6 weeks now, mate.
Yeah, that's great.
Well done. That's brilliant.
Yes.
And I got my month token today.
There you go. Well done. That's brilliant news.
So I've got 2 of them now. So that's good.
Here's the thing. I've never felt worse coming out of a meeting. The worst is I felt the same. But generally, I feel at least a little bit better coming out. So they're always worth doing.
Absolutely.
Nice one, man.
Anyway, well, thanks ever so much, and I'll give you a rest now.
Thank you very much indeed. There we go.
Thanks.
Alistair is a story of triumph, because we've had a little bit of history with Alistair.
Yeah.
A little bit, when he's drunk, he likes to chuck that C-bomb out.
Oh.
But he's turning it around, which is amazing to see.
Yeah.
We've got let's go here. We've got Lavinia. Good evening, Lavinia.
Good evening, Ian, and also good evening, Katherine.
Hello.
And we've also got Katie Puckrik here.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you all.
Good evening to everybody, one and all, said Tiny Tim.
Yeah.
What can we do for you, Lavinia?
Well, what it was on my mind. It's been on my mind for a couple of days now, Ian, right?
Yes.
Well, what it is actually to do with Boris.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Boris Johnson. What I want to say is that I would like to
jump all over him and kiss him all over. That's what I want to do.
Well, more than that, I would like to make a prediction.
Yes.
And the prediction is that everybody thinks he's got it. I would like to think he's got it, but there's a saying, Ian. You have to walk the walk and talk the talk.
That's true. It's a good saying.
Right.
What does that mean? What does that mean in this instance?
Well, what I like to think that he's got everything. He's got the walk and the talk. But I feel in my heart of my heart that he has the walk, but he doesn't have the talk.
Okay. Well, I think he's got the talk, but I think he's lacking serious walk.
Well, maybe so, but I also maybe think to myself, he's also lacking other things as well.
For example?
He sort of needs a good haircut for a start.
Yes. He needs a new stylist.
He needs a good haircut, he needs suits that fit, and he needs to drop the racism.
Yeah, and also, my lovely.
Yes,
he also needs to go on a diet.
No, he doesn't. We don't worry about what size people are. I don't worry about that. Here's the thing, Lavinia.
Yeah, go on.
Why? Now, I don't believe you phoned up, really, to talk about that.
Well, what do you think I phoned up for then?
Because here's the thing. We're not. Are you listening to the show?
Yes, my lovely,
Right.
I am now.
We're not talking about Boris.
Well,
Everyone's been talking about him all day, last couple of days. Boris Johnson. I must call him Boris Johnson. Excuse me, Boris Johnson. And it's boring, right? It's boring.
He is, yeah.
The whole thing,
Yeah,
the whole conversation's boring. So I'm just feeling that maybe you called in for something else.
Maybe you're right, Ian. Maybe you're right.
Can I ask a question? And if I'm on the nose, you can tell me, and if I'm not, you can tell me.
Yeah, far away.
Are you calling in at 10:30 on a Thursday night just because you're feeling a little bit lonely?
Well, I'll be honest with you, Ian, and also Katherine,
and
also to other people,
That's you.
that you have been on my mind for the last week.
Why have I been on your mind?
Because I've been also listening to you, little bits here and there and everywhere in the evening. Yeah. And I think it was the other night you was talking to James. Is it James again? You was talking to James late in the evening.
Could have been, yeah.
Name James. And you was making me laugh, actually, and I wanted to phone then.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, I just picked up the phone and I thought, no, I want to speak to them. It was an excuse, actually. I'll be honest with you.
Now, here's the thing, Lavinia.
You're right,
if you listen to this show, you don't need an excuse.
No, you're not. I know that, but I just want something to just to in tune with you.
Well, but just phone up and say, can I just fancy a chat for a few minutes. Would that be all right?
Okay,
don't phone up about Boris Johnson and the Tory leadership. Who cares? Who cares about that? It's boring.
No, right. By the way, Ian.
Hello.
Did you do your thing, like a couple of weeks ago or a couple of months ago? I mean, it was some time ago. You was talking about, you had a thing in your head. It was really late at night, and you were saying you're going to think about it. It's actually to do with the environment, sort of clean it up.
We were talking about maybe doing like a big clean-up somewhere and just saying to everyone, we're going to be at such and such a place with a load of bin bags and marigolds, and if you want to come along, then come along and we'll clean somewhere. Well, I don't...
Did it happen?
No, it didn't happen.
Oh,
I don't... But it's still I just don't quite know where to go and do it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We'll let you know, Lavinia.
Okay, well, let me know. And also keep me in tune and just carry on, Ian, and also Katherine, because all I can say, and I have to say this before I go.
Yes.
You are
hot.
Full of energy and very hot. Hot in the city. Hot in the city tonight.
Thank you very much, Lavinia. There we go. We got there. Some Billy Idol could be considered yacht rock? Possibly. So is it a bit too aggressive, a bit too punchy?
No, that's Yacht is a broad church, but that's
too okay.
That's a priest too far.
I would thoroughly recommend listening to Billy Idol reading his autobiography.
Oh God, you'll never forget it.
What?
He talks like this all the way through it, and tells you all about these. He tells you these stories that if you replace the voice with the 12-year-old boys, it would still work. Like, so yeah, she was all over me, and just all these stories, like boasty stories.
The stewardess went into the toilets, and I looked, and she put her head out and beckoned me over. I went in there like a hungry dog.
The bit that I won't repeat is though
I nearly broke my wrist.
The bit where he nearly broke his wrist. The bit where he nearly broke his wrist. She was all anyway. Let's go to Diana. Good evening, Diana.
Good evening, Ian, Kath and Katie.
Hi, Diana. What can we do for you tonight?
Really enjoying your yacht rock discussion.
Oh, good. Thank goodness.
Brilliant.
I started to hear my voice just echoing and clanging in my ears, thinking that maybe I was just speaking to an audience of myself. So thank you.
I mean, Ian comes up with a lot of really good music on the show.
Oh.
Yes, I do.
Of all different types, and still people moan, don't they? But
screw those losers. Who cares?
Well, I've got one or two that you might...
Go on.
My favourites, I like Manhattan Transfer.
Oh, yeah.
They used to scare me as a kid.
What, the tight harmonies?
The Jean l'amour. That used to, honestly, as a child, I must have been about 8 when that. About 8, and that used to terrify me.
Why? Is it sinister? Or is it?
Yeah, it was dark in the same way that that Talking Head song. And you may find yourself living in a shotgun shack. God, I heard that in the dark room as a kid, and I was petrified by that.
Like an angry preacher coming out of the radio at you.
And there's kind of stuttering, and this isn't a song. What is this? Why is it? What? and you may ask yourself, this is not my beautiful wife. Yeah. What is going on?
Where is it? That's a mashup waiting to be had.
Terrifying mashup. Oh, go on, give us another one, Diana.
I'm a big fan of the Captain and Tennille.
Oh, love will keep us together.
And they're probably the kings and queens.
Captain passed away very recently, about 6 months ago, I think. Daryl Dragon was in the Beach Boys for a while.
Yes. And so was she. She sang with the Beach Boys.
Did she?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
and also, some of Steely Dan stuff.
Oh, yes.
Hall & Oates. And one that you might not know, Bertie Higgins, Casablanca.
No, I don't know.
Dirty Higgins?
Bertie Higgins.
Bertie Higgins. Hang on a second.
Bertie might be dirty. I'm just jotting this down.
Hang on a minute. Well, let's have a listen. That's him. That's him 10 years ago. Wow. Okay, let's have a little listen. So, let's see if we can find some Bertie Higgins and Casablanca. I've not heard this. It's here we go.
Sounding good.
It's in the right place so far.
It's got your Fender Rhodes and your shimmering chimes.
I fell in love with you, watching Casablanca.
Oh, what a lyric!
This is a little soft rock, though. I'd say maybe it gets going after a while.
Let's jump forward. Let's see, because.
Oh yeah, there you go.
It doesn't sound like English is his first language. It's that kind of slight hesitancy around...
because he's filled with passion.
He's filled with passion.
Finding it hard to speak.
Diana, thank you very much. 0344 499 1000. There was... You talked about that yacht rock kind of series that... There was a sketch show, was it Big Train, over here, that had Hall & Oates as detectives.
Oh, that's funny.
They had them as, but they were like on a council estate in London.
Oh, that's excellent.
Solving crimes. And do you remember Big Train?
Yeah.
I watched bits of it. It was the two guys that wrote Father Ted, wasn't it? And both of their names escape me.
Well, Linehan
and the other guy. Mm-hmm. And it was a sketch show, and I think Simon Pegg was in it. It had the World Staring Off Championships in it. I don't know. I seem to remember it being quite
Arthur
funny.
Matthews and Graham Linehan.
Arthur Matthews, you see. I wonder if he's doing the music. We had Neil Hannon on yesterday.
Well, I heard that.
I love that guy so much.
There's a Hannon connection.
Oh.
There's a Hannon connection.
What's the Hannon connection? Sounds like a great movie from the 70s.
The starring Hall & Oates as detectives. I'm on a Divine Comedy hit single.
Oh, do you know, I think I might have... This rings a distant bell. Which one?
Generation Sex.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. So it's my voice on it. So and here's the story behind it. So Neil called me into the studio, said, can you help us out? Because what we really want, we actually don't want you on this song at all. What we really want is this clip from an Oprah show where people are going off in the audience and wanging out about this, that, and the other. And you're American. Let's see if you can approximate. Well, they play me the clip, and it's these, distinctly African American people, and it's not like I'm, Puckrik of 1,000 voices.
Katie is white, for those who may not have seen you before, just to clarify.
Yeah, so there's, this innocent Irish man, Neil Hannon, brings me in, like, it'll be fine. So I did my best. It's a little embarrassing because, people listening to it would never think, oh my goodness, that's a big black lady. They'll just think it's a shrill little whiny white lady. But yeah, so it's me doing 2 chunks of messing around, like yelling and screaming.
Wow,
on it.
That's I always thought you were cool, but now you're like proper cool.
Now you really want to be my friend,
and now I don't think I can, because now you're up there.
I'm up there.
I can't reach those dizzy heights. 0344 499 1000. We'll have a quick break, then we'll be back with some more with Katie Puckrik.
It's electric, it's eclectic, it's always rule-free. It's the late-night alternative with that man, Iain Lee. On Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. We're going to do... it's not swift eating.
No.
Swift boating?
Swift boating. No, the food guy.
Yeah, Battle of the Super Eaters.
That's it.
Cram facing.
Cram facing. My boys' favourite programme when they come and stay with me, they're 7 and 9, is, and we discovered it by accident, Man vs. Food.
Oh.
And it's this guy, it was one guy doing the first series, we preferred him, Adam, but then it was making him really, really ill, so he left, and there's another guy. And he goes, you know these, restaurants all over America, there are some in the UK, but not many.
All you can eat? Like smorgasbord?
Not all you can eat, but they'll have like a food challenge. You have to eat, a £5 burrito.
And then it's free or something.
Yeah, eat £5 burrito in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That was one of them.
You get a T-shirt and they ring a bell and stuff.
Yeah, and the boys love it, and it's fun. And we've done like 5 or 6 in a day once, just watching them back to back. But I do think, am I setting them up for some kind of, not to make light of it, some kind of eating? This is not normal behaviour to watch a man.
No, it's disordered eating. It is strange because, I had a bout when I was a teenager of doing a lot of just kind of stress eating that turned into a little bit of binging. It was fun at the time, but I tell you what, I had back surgery and I was in a plaster body cast for 9 months. So that put pay to my, eating 12 Krispy Kreme donuts on the go. But, I definitely remember getting the idea from other friends who had eating disorders and watching them do it and thinking, I want to do that too. And it's such a weird thing to decide to do. So, there could be something in that, or it could just be a freak show, and that's why your kids are liking it.
Could just be a whole body cast for 9 months. How old were you?
I was 19 years old. Wow. So it was, when I say body, it was more like a Grace Jones corset. So it had, it was covering my torso to the tops of my thighs. So from under my armpits, a lovely sweetheart neckline. And then a whole,
really?
Because otherwise I'd be bumping my chin on it. So the doctors cut this little V out. So I had a hole cut over the diaphragm. So just like there, so that my ribs could expand so I could breathe.
Oh, man.
But it's very claustrophobic. And it was Washington, D.C. in the summer where it's very, 90 degrees, 90% humidity, and 90 degrees. I sweated through 3 casts, which is just as well because I tell you what, they start to smell like a hamster cage and you want to get out of that thing. But that.
And what did you do? You'd hurt your back?
I had scoliosis, which is a spine curvature. It's idiopathic, meaning they didn't know how the heck it happened, but it was diagnosed when I was 13 or so. And as they monitored it, they said this is getting worse. So
this was to keep you in place, to keep the back.
Yeah, they had
straight.
so I had surgery on. They fused 10 vertebrae. Surgery talk with Katie Puckrik. 10 vertebrae to a metal rod. So I am a bionic woman. I have a metal rod in my back.
Then you were a dancer.
Yes.
How
after?
Did the rod make it easier? Did it make it harder?
Harder.
Yeah.
So what had happened was, I always like to say, in a philosophical moment, having a metal rod surgically inserted into my spine is probably the best thing that ever happened to me in my career because I was on track to be probably a not very successful ballet dancer.
Right.
But once I had my mobility limited by 10 fused vertebrae and a metal rod, and I wasn't as bendy anymore, but I could still dance. I thought, I got to look elsewhere. So I retrained as a contemporary dancer, and I ended up working with some of the best companies in the world. I came to Britain and I worked with Michael Clark Company, DV8 Physical Theatre. Yeah. I toured with the Pet Shop Boys.
DV8. I don't know much about dance, but I did read a bit of it and see some videos of DV8 when I was at college. That's full on.
Yeah, it's full on.
That's intense stuff.
It's flinging yourself around. It's physical theatre, so it's it's not just dance. It's emotion and sweating and crying, blood, sweat, and tears. But yeah, so it is very unusual. I mean, I have never met anybody else who's gone through what I've gone through and still been able to dance, because that's not always the case. Plus, I gained an inch in height, so they jack you up, and there I was, an inch taller.
And is it still in you?
Yeah, it's in me. It's in me forever, babe.
Wow, man.
I don't get ding-donged at the airport. People always want to know if when I go through the scanner, if I get caught up, but no. It's so far it's holding. Sometimes the little implements can come loose, and then there's a few nuts and bolts running free in one's body. I don't want that to happen.
If you pass a bolt when you're in the bathroom, then you get yourself to a hospital as quickly as possible.
That's a good tip.
It's a good tip. So what's the show called? Yacht Rock.
Oh yeah, good question. So
we should let's get the serious plugging in now. It's the last few minutes. Let's plug the hell out of this.
Oh my God, it's called I Can Go For That, the smooth world of yacht rock.
It's 2 parts. 70s first. 70s very white for yacht rock.
Yeah, 70s is very white. The sound is actually pretty black, you know, pretty soulful, but it is a lot of white guys doing that kind of furry, full-throated sound. And then by the time the 80s roll around, and actually the music becomes more homogenized in the 80s because that's where synthesizers come in and drum machines, and it gets a little samey. And then it's black folk to the rescue, and we have George Benson and Jeffrey Osborne and Lionel Richie and radio and the Commodores and Kool and the Gang and Jones Girls, and they come in and they just kind of sex up everything again. It just stays good.
How long does She's Gone by Hall & Oates gone for? It's a great song, but it's in the show, because we saw some of the show. It just seems to go on.
What show?
Your show.
Oh, my show, okay.
It seems to go, the Hall & Oates show.
Yeah, they're doing the old grey whistle test.
It seems to go on forever.
Oh, it's because it's
they're loving it.
Yeah, they're loving it. They're milking it. She's gone. She's not coming back. Don't forget and remember, she's gone. But it's interspersed with interviews and stuff. So I think it's artificially, it's misleadingly long.
And this is the stuff that you were genuinely listening to
as
a kid. There's a great bit when you walk into a room and there's pictures. Did you know that those pictures were the ones? Because you did a little bit.
My photographs.
You did a little bit of TV walking as you came around.
Oh, my TV walk is horrible.
It's the worst thing to do.
It's so horrible. And so the delightful Ben Wally was the director and the shooter. He filmed this whole thing. And when I was looking at an early cut of it, I just really cringed at that walk. I was like, why didn't you stop me and like make me walk better? Because like look, I'm a professional dancer, people. I can do a slinky walk. And there are some slinky walks in there, but that is just so retarded. I'm just doing a bouncy kind of do from walking in from the living room to sit down. Yeah, totally stagey. Anyway, we got off the track. The point of your question is, I was a teenager in the 70s when this music was coming out, and I hasten to add that it's not music that I had to seek out or deliberately sought out. It was played on the radio. You know, it was kind of against our will, kind of programmed into our brains, because there I was driving into Washington, D.C. from the deep suburbs of Virginia to go to the 930 Club to see Birthday Party or to see Magazine or to see Psychedelic Furs or Simple Minds or whoever was coming over from England. You know, Nico, I remember seeing her one night. But on the way there, I'm listening to all this yacht rock. That was my pregame for punk rock, was yacht rock. Because it's just so happy and uplifting and carefree and gorgeous. And it's music that I think really, it's only makes sense in America. And that's why British people, they have question marks about even the term. Americans get it. They're like, oh yeah, it's a metaphor. It's like, you don't have to be on a yacht. It's not physically about being on a yacht or owning a yacht or anything. It's just that idea of freedom and escape and wealth, you know, even emotional wealth, you know. But yeah, so this is music that is, and funnily enough, when I've been talking about it with my friends on Facebook, I get my old punk rock friends who are going, that music is so cheesy. I can't even believe, you know, have you just been replaced by a pod person, Katie Puckrik? Wow. What's going on? Watch the documentary. I will contextualize it.
I tell you what I hate is I hate the phrase guilty pleasures. I think it's kind of going out of usage a little bit, because if you like it, you like it. It's you know, there's nothing wrong with liking Hall & Oates or any of that. There's nothing wrong with it.
We're not 15 anymore. Who are we impressing at this point?
I think it's going. There's a guy. There was a guy that wrote Get It Up for Love, which David Cassidy covered on.
Ned Doheny.
I'd never heard of him.
Yes.
I know that song because it's on a late, not very good David Cassidy album.
Well, he wrote What You Gonna Do For Me that Chaka Khan did. So he's a big hit songwriter.
Wow, so he's got the cash.
He's got the cash. Well, interestingly for me, anyway, having lived in LA, there's Doheny Drive, and Doheny are an old kind of aristocratic, in the American sense, Los Angeles family, and that's his family. So he did come from money.
Wow.
He was a beach bum, but he he's big in Japan even now.
Yeah, of course.
They're real connoisseurs of this sliver of music.
You showed the cover of his album. God, he's beautiful.
Yeah, well, get this. When a lot of the doc is shot in our Airbnb where we were staying. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so that's where I was doing my bad stagey walk. Oh, I don't know how to walk suddenly. And Ned Doheny is interviewed in there. And in fact, when I arrived from the airport with suitcases in tow, ding dong at the door, it's Ned who opened the door to me. Big smile, he had a sense of humor. He didn't know. He just knew. Oh, it's the host of the show.
How funny!
Yeah, so I was like, "Hi, welcome home." Oh my God, it's Ned Doheny.
We got to go in a minute, but the last question's got very little to do with your show. When you're filming in an Airbnb, do you tell? I know this is out of your control, but do you tell the person whose place it is, or do you just kind of keep it quiet?
That's a good question, and I don't know the answer to that, but I can tell you whose Airbnb it was.
Yeah.
I walked in and there were 6 Tony Awards.
I saw those. I thought they were dancing awards because you were looking at your photos.
Actually, they're not Tony. I misspoke because that is theater. They're Emmy Awards, which is for television.
Yeah.
And so I climbed up all over the man's furniture and to look at the plaque. Can't remember his name, but he was the executive producer of the Jon Stewart Daily Show.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, and so that's it. So he is living in New York now, and so it's a beautiful home in Larchmont in the middle of Los Angeles. And those were those are in shot, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're my dance awards.
Yeah, that's what I thought. She's gone home, they've got the photos out for her, and they still have the trophies.
Yeah.
Katie, always nice to see you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you very
having
much.
me.
You're very, very welcome. I hope
Yeah.
the shows, people watch them and they're a big success.
Yeah, me too.
iPlayer does anyone watch anything live anymore?
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah, but they're there for you, to help you, to give you balm on your soul.
Beautiful stuff. All right, lovely to see you. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. We'll take your calls. We're going to talk super eating after the news on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Please welcome David Crosby, Jimmy Webb, and Carly Simon.
There's a world where I can go and tell my secrets to, in my room, in my room.
man. Carly Simon, David Crosby and Jimmy Webb singing In My Room by Brian Wilson. Yes, man, we'll have some of that. 0344 499 1000. Now, before the show started tonight, we caught someone, my sister messaged me and said, you got to turn on Channel 4 now, it's Battle of the Super Eaters. And I think someone had mentioned it maybe earlier in the week. If you saw it, 0344 499 1000. Give us a call. I kind of had it on, and I was looking at it, and I was also prepping the show, and Katie arrived, and so I didn't get to see as much of it as I wanted. But I'm going to watch it all in its entirety because it's incredible. We got one of the stars of the show, a young guy called Kyle Gibson. Evening, Kyle.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm very, very well. Thank you very much indeed. Tell us, what is a super eater?
It's somebody that can eat an incredible amount of food and normally very fast.
What am I right that you were trying to eat in one of the bits I saw?
Yeah.
There was a huge fry up and a roast dinner and then a load of sandwiches as well. It was more than that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was basically the entire menu at a restaurant.
Yes, man, fantastic. And you didn't do it in the 30 minutes, but you did it in about 40 minutes.
Yeah, it was about 44 minutes. 30 minutes was quite ambitious.
When I saw it stacked up, I thought a day was quite ambitious, but you managed to. Kyle, I wouldn't normally ask, but I missed it on the show if it was mentioned. How old are you? Because you looked quite young.
20.
20. And how did you get into this?
I've been doing it sort of 4 years now. There was like a man versus food competition.
Yeah.
It was a giant like container of ice cream. And I remember coming first in that.
Yeah.
Out of like 4 or 5 people, and just think, from that day, it kind of clicked.
And does your family not think? Because I guess, I'm going to say, I'm not guessing, it is quite dangerous, isn't it? You know, sometimes you can be eating 10,000 calories in 30 minutes. Are your family not worried about your health? Are you not worried about your health?
No, I mean, when I do the challenges, it's a very small part of my life.
Right.
The other sort of 6 days of the week, I'm really healthy, I'm really active. I'm always getting checked by the doctors, getting my blood taken, so I'm quite a safe person. And
you're a slim fella as well?
Yes, I weigh like 9 or 10 stone.
Well, I don't, the maths doesn't compute. Katherine is just joining my co-host. We've got Kyle on the line.
Hi, Kyle.
Hi, how's it going?
How do you stay slim? Are you exercising? Are you just not eating for the other 6 days?
No, I'm in the gym pretty much 7 days a week, lifting heavy weights. I've got a really active job, so I'm always on my feet.
Right.
And then it's just a good diet after that. You don't starve yourself, you don't do anything crazy like that, you go back to a normal, sensible diet.
It says here, you managed to eat 11 Belgian chocolate waffles in under 9 minutes, which is 6,000 calories. Dear God, man.
That was quite enjoyable.
Good. This is the thing, man, because I saw that full English breakfast and the roast dinner and the sandwiches and the 2 desserts. And you know...
That was 10,000 calories,
That was 10,000, I think, yeah. That was the whole menu of the restaurant, basically. And I'm glad you're enjoying it, but there must be moments... Well, there was with that meal in particular, where you hit the wall, and you just it becomes that's. Listen, anyone can eat a lot of food, but it's carrying on eating once you hit that wall. That's your skill.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's getting to the point where you're starting to get full and then just continuing.
Have you ever had any embarrassing moments where your body has decided to? Well, you've puked up at the table. Have you ever done that?
Or shit yourself?
Oh my God!
Either or.
No, I've never been sick doing a challenge. I've only ever been sick once, and that was actually like 5 hours after doing a challenge.
Right, so there's no connection then?
No, and it was ice cream.
All right. Oh, well, that's dairy. Too much dairy is going to make you puke.
I think that was the problem. It was very chocolatey. And I kind of just, I don't know what happened. I literally got back in the house after doing a challenge and my body was like, yeah, I don't want this anymore.
How did the show come about? I know you've got a YouTube channel, haven't you? And we're going to give that a plug in a bit. So, boys and girls, dear listener, get your pen and paper ready because Carl's got an amazing YouTube channel. Did Channel 4? Did the producers of the show just get in touch with you through that and say, "Do you fancy being in this?"
I think somebody saw a post that I did on. I think it was on Facebook or something.
Right.
And then from that, they obviously found my channel and kind of they saw some of the stuff that I'd been doing. And then from then, I got talking to the director.
Yeah.
And then I think it was like a week later, I was filming with them for it.
Now, you're in this show, and I've not seen the end, but feel free to give spoilers. I am going to watch it over the weekend. Yeah. In this show, you're kind of seen, there's three of you, that you're kind of seen as the underdog.
Yeah.
There's Leah, a young woman, Leah Shutkeva, and I guess the kind of the guy that's seen as the big daddy is Beard Meets Food.
Yeah.
And he is currently the UK's #1 super eater.
Yeah.
Can you beat him?
I don't think I could beat him, but I could probably, go alongside him and at least match him. I don't think I'd be able to beat him. He is really, really good.
What makes him so good? Why is he so good?
I think just his experience. He's been doing it years and years and years now. And he's done a lot more challenges than me. He's done, major contests.
Yeah.
So he's got that experience that I don't have.
What are these major contests and what ones have you been in?
I'll mainly do stuff like little restaurant challenges and some kind of homemade ones, but he's done actual competitions where there's a lot of money involved.
Yeah, wow.
So it'll be like, you've got Nathan's Hot Dogs. I don't think he's done that one, but he's doing similar things.
Yeah.
But no, he's definitely known as the top dog.
I love this. Honestly, I think this is brilliant. I was saying, but my boys who are 7 and 9, when they come and stay with me, their favourite programme to watch, and we can watch 4 or 5 of these in a row, is Man vs. Food.
Yeah.
Why we prefer it when Adam hosts? I'm talking to a Man vs. Food connoisseur, obviously. We preferred the first couple of seasons when it was Adam hosting it. He had to leave because of health issues, and then Casey comes in and takes over. What do you reckon to Casey? You could probably beat him, couldn't you?
Yeah, he's not a competitive eater. No, Adam was the man.
He was, wasn't he?
Was the
I'm
daddy.
so glad and I heard that sigh. It's like, Casey fails on so many things, and I think I could do that.
I was going to say, you've shown me that programme about 4 times, and in each one he's bottled it at the end.
Yeah, he does do them.
I've never seen it on TV. I've always seen it on YouTube or on Facebook where he's attempting something, and I just watch it and I'm just kind of like, yeah, okay.
He seems to struggle with... honestly, I cannot tell you, Carl, how good it is to chat with someone who's actually seen this and knows what I'm talking about, isn't one of my kids. He seems to struggle with the spicy stuff. That's where he really comes a cropper. And there's generally every other week there'll be one where it's like ghost chilies are mixed up in a sauce or something. How do you deal with the hot stuff?
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Really? That's your weakness? Is it your kryptonite?
That's probably the one thing I couldn't do is spicy. Well, I could probably do it, but I would instantly regret it.
Yeah, that's the tough thing. Carl, I don't know if you know, but I was on a very popular television series called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, oh, yes, mate. And I did an eating challenge. I ate some scorpions.
Oh, wow.
I ate some camel's brains. I had a worm and cockroach smoothie, and I ate a pig's vagina.
Oh.
Would you ever eat a pig's vagina? As a question.
I mean, I would give it a go,
The thing is,
I would give it a go,
he's a competitive eater. He couldn't just have one.
No, exactly.
No, that sounds like a platter.
The pig's vagina was all right. It was the camel's brain. That was the one. Even thinking about it now, I can feel it. I can feel my throat tightening up. That was horrible. I think you're brilliant, Carl. And what is your ambition? Is there a world championships? Is that where you're heading for at some point?
I mean, I definitely would like to travel to America and do some of the big contests that are over there.
Yeah.
Because that's where some of the really big, famous people are, and also that's where the big money is. But I think I'm just really enjoying doing the sort of travelling in England and
Good.
Setting records and just having a bit of fun.
Good. What do your friends think? Do you think... Because if you were my friend, I think you were the coolest guy on the planet.
Yeah, I mean, mainly my friends at work, we just kind of amazed every time I do a challenge and I post it on Facebook. Yeah, that was absolutely incredible.
Wait till are you working tomorrow?
Yes, I am.
Mate, you're famous now. You've been on telly. You wait till you go in tomorrow. It's going to be a whole new level of admiration for you.
People cheering.
What's the next one? Where have you got one lined up, or
yeah, no, it's going to be actually this Saturday.
Yeah,
I'm going to be doing a Yorkshire pudding eating contest.
Yorkshire pudding eating contest. Now, because I like a Yorkshire pudding, but they can be a bit dry. How many have you got to do? What's the time? What are the rules?
You have 3 minutes, I do believe. And it's basically the first person that finishes the most.
Okay, and what size are they? Are they like Aunt Bessie's size?
Yeah, little Aunt Bessie's.
Mate.
I could chug a few of them.
Oh, mate. I think I beat you at that. I've had years of experience at eating Yorkshire puds.
You get gravy as well, so that helps.
Yeah, you say that again?
You get gravy.
Oh, you get gravy, so they're moist.
Oh. Yeah.
And how many do you reckon you can do?
I'm going to go for 40 plus.
Flipping it.
And do you have to do them one at a time, or can you kind of stack them up and then crush and squash them?
To be honest, from what I've seen from like the past versions, I think you can pretty much do whatever you want. So you can dunk them all, you can scrunch them up.
You don't want too much juice, do you? Because that's going to fill you up.
No, well, I don't think that would make too much difference to me.
Okay. See, my technique, and I'm going to watch the video with this when he does it. See, my technique, get 5, squash them together flat, dip them in the gravy, Next one, 5, squash them flat, dip them in the gravy.
I've seen a similar technique used very early days of competitive eating that I was aware of with hot dogs, and they would just they'd separate them and they'd wet the buns and slip them down, whop, and then down go the sausages whole. Is that standard practice, Kyle?
Yeah, that's quite a normal thing to do. It's quite disgusting when you do that, though.
It is.
I've never done that. I have dunked bread in water. But that's when it starts to get quite unpleasant.
Kyle, listen, would you mind? Could we give you a call about 10 o'clock on Monday night and see how you got on?
Absolutely, yeah.
Would that be all right?
Brilliant, yeah.
Dude, I wish you the very, very best of luck with this. Genuinely, I think you're brilliant. And we watched this show and I said, we've got to get this guy on. He's great. What's the YouTube channel, Kyle, so that people can go and have a look?
It's Kyle V Food, all one word.
Kyle, and that's the letter V, Food, Kyle V Food on YouTube.
Yeah.
Mate, we will speak to you on Monday. I'm feeling you can do this, brother. You can do this.
I'm hoping so.
Nice one, man. Thank you so much for coming on at short notice, Kyle, and we'll speak to you on Monday.
No problem.
Cheers, mate.
Thank
you.
Kyle.
What a nice guy.
Kyle V. Aunt Bessie.
I like him. I think he can do it. That stuff he packed away in that show was insane. I liked him. Humble, down to earth, young guy. And when he goes into work tomorrow, he's been
legend.
He's a legend. Kyle, mate, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. Check out Kyle V Food on YouTube. There's some cracking stuff on there. And we'll speak to you on Monday. Put that in your diary, please, because I always forget. This is the Late Night Alternative. It's a strange one tonight, but I like it. Iain and Kath on Talk Radio.
Experience the unconventional.
Evening, boys.
The unpredictable.
What's happening?
And the completely unorthodox.
Exactly.
With rule-free Iain Lee. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
I've got no internet for the last 4 days.
On Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. I don't care about what Joe Brown said. Don't care. Isn't it funny? LouLou and Chris, we'll come to you in a second. So much anger and passion and righteousness is manufactured by us being told what we're supposed to care about.
Yeah.
The Joe Brown thing. Couldn't care less. I couldn't care less. I've been thinking about it, obviously, because it's everywhere, and I've fallen into that kind of machine. I couldn't care less. I haven't quite formulated my thoughts on it because I'm not that bothered about it. It's percolating away at the back of my brain.
Do you know what? I haven't been able to because I was trying to hear it in the context that it was delivered, right? Rather than in the context of people who are desperate to make me furious about something that I didn't have an opinion on when I woke up this morning. So I would like to know what what the context was, and I get the feeling that
it's gone now. You won't know. It's like BBC taking it down. But I really don't care. But we're told it's this binary thing that I think Twitter is, if it's not responsible for, it's certainly amplified. This binary thing. You either support her in what she said, or you do not support her in what she said. That's it. Mm-hmm. Those are the two options. No room for nuance. There's no room for shading. There's no room for changing your mind. There's no room for saying, I don't care, because you have to care about this thing because you are told you have to care by the front page of the newspapers and by angry people on Twitter on both sides. And there's no room for consideration. I tweeted, because I was bored, a lot of snowflakes being triggered by this Joe Brand thing. Some people extrapolated from that was some form of tacit or oblique or even overt support for Joe Brand. Wasn't. I was just using the language that some people use when people on the left get upset. Snowflakes. You're a snowflake, you're triggered. Don't use it so much now. It's kind of going out of fashion, actually. But I was just throwing it in there. It was like I was throwing a stone in a dirty puddle to see what the ripples would look like. Yeah. And the ripple, when you throw a stone in the puddle, you know what the ripples are going to look like. They're going to be small and they're going to grow out and out and out. And I knew what the ripples would look like, and I was correct. But people, why are you defending her? You shouldn't be defending her. She's inciting violence. All of these things. I wasn't defending her. I've not given any opinion on the actual thing because I haven't formulated my opinion. You also have to have an opinion now. You have to have an opinion now. This is partly why this show doesn't do so well with listeners compared to other shows, because we're not that binary opinionated. Well, we've got Steve from London who's for what Joe Brand, but then we've got Lucy from Doncaster. Now you're against it. Why don't you two go and fight now and entertain us?
I didn't hear anyone talking today who'd actually heard it in its original form. No. But lots of people having opinions on something they hadn't heard.
You might listen to it in the whole context of the piece and still be angry with it.
Well, it's on a show called Heresy, so you would suggest that it's things that you shouldn't say. But I don't know. I'm making assumptions.
I've heard Heresy. It's not really my cup of tea. I like Victoria Coren Mitchell. I think she's good. I worked with her years ago now. She wrote on a few things that I was doing. And she's a really nice person.
I don't think a comedian saying something outrageous is the same as a politician saying something outrageous.
No, it's just different. Oh, also, I've worked with Jo Brand a couple of times. What a delightful human being. I was terrified when I met her. I thought she's going to, bite my head off. No, charming, really sweet, really, really softly spoken. Again, it's not in any way a defence of what she said. I don't care. That's the thing. I really don't care. But it was a phone-in when I was listening on the way home, listening to another station last night. It was phone-in all day today. James was doing it. Nigel Farage was on here, was on his show banging on. I don't really care, I don't really care. BBC can't sack her because she doesn't work for the BBC.
Yeah, but they've missed that bit out.
That's the point,
BBC can't sack her. The arrogance of it. No, she doesn't work.
Calls for the BBC to sack her are being ignored.
She's not got a regular radio slot on a BBC station like other people have in the past.
Let me fill you in on that. It's BBC bashing season. Bashing season, partly because our boss doesn't want a BBC. Daily Mail doesn't want a BBC and haven't for a long time. The whole licence fee thing, which is not quite what it seems, because it was dumped on the BBC's thing 5 years ago by David Cameron, and the BBC have now said, right, the government formally paid for the over 75s, and the BBC said we can't afford 200 million quid a year. So it's a whole different thing. Not expressing an opinion on that, but it's BBC bashing season. So now there's two stones to bash them with at the same time. Licence fee. We pay our licence fee, and old people can't get the free licence fees, and Jo Brand takes a salary. Well, no, she doesn't take a salary. She'll take a freelancer's. She will have probably got paid 500 quid for being on that show. 400 quid for being on that show. Which is a fair whack for an evening's work, but she might not work again for another month. I don't remember last time I saw her on telly. I don't remember. I think she had a series a little while ago.
She does a spin-off for the Bake Off on Channel 4.
Oh, there you go. All right, fine.
But that's her job. She's her own boss.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird.
But it'll be someone else next week. This is the thing.
Yeah, it'll be... Here's my concern. We put out a funny video today of something I did on the show yesterday. It's funny. Me talking about how I'd react if a bank robbery took place. And by the way, it really helps. If you see these videos on Twitter or Facebook, really helps me and Kath and our job in this show if you retweet them. It just the more views we get, just the little bit safer we are. But it's about me foiling a bank robbery by pulling out a secret gun and shooting people and possibly killing some people. And I'm watching it and thinking, I felt a little uncomfortable with it being out there. It's quite tame, actually, considering some of the stuff. I felt uncomfortable with it being out there in light of this whole Joe Brand thing, you know, with things being... Once it's out there, it's out of your control. And a story, and I've been in a couple of stories that are kind of spun out of control. Only a couple. And I'm just thinking, oh, God, there's me saying I'm going to shoot people. You know, and it's fine.
But it's such a ridiculous scenario.
Exactly. Of course it is. But there is always the possibility that someone is gonna pick up on something I say. So I suppose it's helped, you know, that the Danny Baker thing, the Andy Partridge thing, the Joe Brand thing. It's made me a little bit more conscious of what I'm saying, well, what I'm tweeting. Maybe not what I'm saying, because when we do the radio show, it just comes out. You know, the speed that we come up with stuff, and it just comes out. Anyway, I'm whittering on. Let's take some calls. Let's go. Chris will come to you in a second. Let's go to LouLou. Good evening, LouLou.
Good evening.
Good evening. Is this not it's not the actual
caller?
It's not the pop singer LouLou, is it?
No.
Good. Can't stand her.
I can't shout anyway.
What can we do for you, LouLou?
I was just ringing up because for the past 2 years I've just been laying there listening to you both, trying to get to sleep, and I think you're both wonderful.
I thought you were phoning up to complain, saying,
will you please be quiet?
I've not had sleep for 2 years because of you Muppets.
Oh, God, no.
Button it.
That's it. I stay awake, which is my problem.
Oh. Doesn't she sound like, who's the naughty lady? Who's not been very well recently? Came to our show in Bath. Carol.
Oh, yeah.
She sounds a lot like Carol. Have you heard Carol? She's not called in for a while, LouLou.
No. Well, I probably have, actually.
She sounds like her, doesn't she? Isn't that funny? So is there anything you want, LouLou, or you just want to phone up and be in our gang?
Well, I want to be in your gang.
You're in.
And to mention, apparently, it's Chat to a Stranger Day tomorrow.
Chat to a Stranger Day. Only if you're over 18 years old, guys.
Well,
we don't want any kids going up to strangers and chatting to them.
Well, it's just a anti-loneliness campaign.
Okay.
So they were kind of saying that people even jump on buses just to strike conversations up because they're lonely and stuff. So I thought, I'm going to have fun on the train tomorrow on the way to Blackpool.
Are you going to be the chatter or the one that is chatted to?
I am always the chatter.
Really? You're a bit talkative?
Well, I've been out of the... I've been out of sorts lately, so I don't go out all that often.
Yeah.
So when I can strike up a conversation, I'll have one.
Good.
Like you or not.
But you're in the right place for that, because up north, people will talk back to you. Here, they'll shuffle away very uncomfortably.
Yeah, because I've got an example of that. I moved down to Milton Keynes 36 years ago now, and I'm still looked on as a stranger.
Oh, right, okay.
That sounds just like my mum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was funny because one of my friends was at the bus stop and we were going for test tube baby treatment at the time, and I was chatting to her about it, and someone said, she said to me, "How's your IVF treatment going then, Lou?" So I said, Oh no, she said, "How's your HIV treatment going?"
There you
and
go.
The whole of the queue kind of took about 3 steps back. And I went, "It's going all right, love, but it's actually IVF treatment."
There you go.
And they all stepped back.
So would you say, did it work, by the way, your IVF treatment?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I mean, it was years ago, and we saved up, and we thought, we'll kick ourselves if we don't try.
Yeah, you got to go.
And we just had one attempt because it was very pricey, and there wasn't any free IVF treatment or anything.
So would you say, LouLou, that you get lonely?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, I did a few voluntary jobs and things like that, but sometimes I kind of get a bit knocked for six. I have a fatigue thing going on sometimes.
Right, okay.
So what I tend to do is sit at home and make silly hats and doodle, and I did the Hearts for Manchester this year, where all of us crafters just made hearts and they hung them up for Manchester for the anniversary of the arena bombing.
Yeah, well done. That's brilliant.
Oh, I love it though. I mean, everybody says, "Oh, aren't you good?" and everything, but it's just so lovely to be part of something so beautiful, so. Right. I'm happy with that.
Right, because not everyone knows the etiquette for starting up a conversation. Some people are a bit shy to do it. So just stay there. Keith?
Hello.
Hello, Keith.
Oh, hello. Hi, you two.
Hi, Keith. Now, Keith,
hello.
Right, you're sat on a train.
Is this sort of an imagery thing?
No, you're actually sat on the train. You're not 150 metres away from it. You are sat on a train, and LouLou is you're going to Blackpool, and LouLou's just about to sit down next to you, okay?
Right.
Okay, here we go.
Hiya. I'll just move me newspaper out the way. How are you doing?
Hiya, LouLou.
You don't
do you know what her name is? Are you Psychic Sally?
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm thinking about some programs I'm trying to recommend.
All right, well, don't do that. Act natural.
So you just sat on a train, Keith, minding your own business, okay?
Oh, okay. I'm going to get this terribly wrong. I can feel it.
And here we go.
Hello.
Hiya.
Hello.
Shall I move my newspaper out the way so you can sit down?
Well, if you don't mind, if I'm not disturbing you.
Oh, no, you're not disturbing me. You're in for a very, very waffly ride, matey.
Sorry?
I'm a chatterbox. Pleased to meet you.
Oh, yeah. Are you from Greater Manchester?
No, I'm from Blackpool originally.
All right, yeah, not far from me. It's nice to speak to somebody so local.
Oh, that's nice. I'm coming from Milton Keynes. Where are you coming from?
I'm coming from Manchester, down to London.
One of my favourite places in the world.
Sorry?
One of my favourite places in the world.
That's good, yeah. Milton Keynes, it's a good stop-off place to get into London, with train-wise.
That's about all it's got going for it, actually.
You're right. It's very. I met my wife, who was teaching in Milton Keynes some 20 odd years ago, and it felt sterile then.
Well, it's all right once you start to fit in. It's all right.
Yeah, lots of roundabouts. I seem to remember.
Yeah, lots of roundabouts and concrete.
And not many people seem to be walking about.
Oh, there are now, because the bus fares have gone up.
Okay. But, what we used to do was, we went into London, get the train into London rather than paying the higher fares. That was a long time ago.
Nice one.
Yeah. Okay, I hope I'm doing all right with this.
Yes, you are. You're warming me up for tomorrow, so I'll be quite happy talking to anybody when I get on the train.
Oh, that's good.
So thank you very much.
You take care.
You too, Don.
Hello.
Oi, Steady now.
Are we still chatting?
I don't know.
Oh, right. Well, sorry, I didn't catch your name.
LouLou.
Oh, LouLou, right. Oh, well, LouLou, I'd just like to give you a couple of tips. Do you enjoy TV, drama?
Yes, I do, yes.
Right, are you... do you have Sky?
Not at the moment, because the box is gone.
Ah, right. Well, when you get it fixed, look out for a series called Chernobyl.
Oh, it's brilliant. I've watched the first one, so, yeah, we're looking forward.
You watched it all, yeah, it's really...
Fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool, yeah.
Brilliant.
BBC-wise, not much good drama, but at the moment there's one on called The Looming Towers. BBC Two on a Friday night.
Oh, okay. I've been watching years and years. That's been fantastic.
Yeah, have you seen The Looming Towers?
No, but years and years is good if you can catch up with that.
No, I've not seen that. Right.
Oh, it's good.
Well, Looming Towers, it's the last episode tomorrow, but it's the 3 years before 9/11.
Oh, yeah, I saw the previews.
And the sort of juxtaposition between the CIA and the FBI.
Looking heck, this soundtrack's a bit heavy, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's good TV. Good drama. Alec Baldwin has a small part.
As I say, steady on, he won't like you saying things like that.
True, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, but it's good. But Chernobyl, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Got to be careful, Chernobyl fall off. Keith, thank you for those tips. LouLou, thank you very much indeed. There we go. You can have conversations with strangers. Who knows where they're going to end? 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Take a trip into the alternate reality of late night radio.
I think I'm in something like The Matrix, and so are you.
The Late Night Alternative.
Hello.
With Iain Lee.
Is there anybody out there?
On Talk Radio.
Hello.
What was the name of that TV show that Keith mentioned? It sounded quite good. What was it called?
Chernobyl.
I've not heard of that. Is that new? I've not seen any publicity for that.
No.
And you would have thought.
Wish someone would tweet about it.
What's it about?
It's about an hour longer session, I think.
Okay, all right, fine. We'll have to check that out. Fantastic. Good evening, Chris.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Very, very well, Chris. Well, I'm hungry, if I'm honest. No, I'm not. I'm not hungry, Chris. I'm greedy.
Oh,
I'm greedy.
That's quite funny. I'm cooking right now.
What are you cooking?
I'm making a Sunday roast. My wife works until 12 o'clock at night, but when she gets home, I like to greet her with a beautiful meal. So yeah, I'm cooking a Sunday roast.
Catherine.
You can't be eating that at night time, no.
No, don't believe
that's
it.
afternoon food. Everyone knows that's afternoon food. Nighttime food is like toasties.
And also, it's Sunday food. It's Sunday food. But roast in the week is not right.
No.
And you're not. Are you on Twitter, Chris?
I was, and then I am, and then sort of I use my browser. I've had to delete the app because I run out of space. But yes, I am.
Tweet me a picture of you cooking that roast right now, son. Because I don't believe you. I do not believe you for 1 second.
No, it sounds too extravagant.
A roast dinner at midnight? No.
What are you, some kind of pervert?
What can I say? I enjoy good food.
At midnight, you enjoy roast dinners? Yes.
Well, we get up a bit later and eat a bit later due to late work shifts. So why not?
Roast dinners. This
dirty pervert.
What noise is that? There's a train somewhere, and I can't work out where it's from. Oh no, that's not a train.
It's a dirty train.
Hang on a minute. That's
What the hell?
That's Super Threesome. That's
okay then.
Super Threesome. I think it's Porn for the Blind. Hang on. Yeah. Okay. Let's. I don't want. Oh, hang on a minute. The computer's gone completely to cock. Let's have this. I like this. There we go. Right. What can we do for you, Chris?
Nothing really. Earlier, if you're feeling a bit bored and whatnot, you can call up and have a chat, or feeling a bit lonely.
Phoned up to complain. The show's not very good. I'm at home. I'm bored. Entertain me more.
I listen to the show. I will say, actually, I really enjoyed the show the other night when you sort of it was you and Kath just having a chat for an hour. That was brilliant.
So close to cutting you off so that you can experience it Again, all right. No. All right, here's what we do. He's bored. We're going to entertain you. That's what we do. We're like Sammy Davis Juniors. We're here to entertain. Chris, do you fancy a game of the yes/no game?
Let's go for it.
I love it because the game hadn't started then. You could have said your last yes. The game has started now. Do you want to say yes or no just to get it out of your system?
I'm okay.
You sure you're okay?
Absolutely.
What time does your missus get home?
About 12:30.
Oh, 12:30. What does she do? What does she do for a living that means she gets home so late?
She's front of house at McDonald's.
Oh, no. Well, she want food when she gets home if she's been working with burgers.
She eats at about 6 o'clock, so, yeah.
Oh, Chris!
He got all relaxed talking about his missus. That's what it was.
This is the. I don't want to give away.
You found my Achilles heel.
Yeah,
that woman. Women is poison.
Chuck her dinner in the bin. She don't deserve it.
Women.
Kath, can you think of a game to play with Chris? Let's entertain him. We're entertainers. We're like Sammy Davis Juniors, as I've said. Let's entertain him.
Let's play I Spy.
There we go. Okay. Who's going?
He's going.
Go on then, Chris. I Spy. What? Are you still in the kitchen?
Well, I have my kitchen sort of an L shape attached to my living room, so I have two rooms at my disposal here.
All right, well, away you go, Chris. It's your I Spy.
Okay. I spy, with my little eye, something beginning with C.
I love the fact that we got the train sound effects, because this is what I don't travel on the train too often with the boys, but this is exactly what we would be doing at this stage of the journey. Something beginning with C.
Yeah.
Cooker.
Nope.
Carpet.
No.
Ciggies.
Nope.
Carrots.
No.
Cheese.
No.
Colander.
Nope.
Oh, I was really sure it was colander.
Couch.
Nope.
Coffee.
Nope.
Cup.
Nope.
Did you say bush?
Cushions.
Cushions.
No.
Come
on, guys, you can do this.
Oh,
Nope.
he's getting cocky-locky! Clock.
Nope.
Cock.
No.
Okay, just wondered, maybe he's a nude cook.
I am the naked chef.
Yes.
CD player.
No.
Calendar.
Nope.
Is it inside your house or outside your house? You're looking through a window?
It's inside my house.
Inside your house, okay. Closet. Cupboard.
Nope.
Chest of drawers.
Carpet.
I said carpet.
No.
Okay.
No.
No. I hate
Cabinet.
this game.
No.
Cupboard.
I just said
It's
that.
not a piece of furniture.
Aha. Cat.
No. Well, I do have them, but they're in the bedroom.
Okay, all right, okay. How many cats you got?
3.
Oh, 3's the magic number, I've decided. Are they all related, or are they all...
Yeah, they're 3 brothers. One's all ginger, one's black and white, and one's ginger and white. And the black and white and ginger and white have got exactly the same markings.
Wow. Ginger and white, that's an unusual...
No,
it's sort of like striped ginger and white. He's patchy like the black one. You know the Felix cat?
Okay,
We've got one
We've
got one that looks like that, and the one that's got like the ginger striping and the black bar.
All right. How old are they?
They're all about 8.
Oh, so it's all right. So they're about just under halfway.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to bring death into this.
Their mother only passed a few years ago, and she was 24, I think.
How old?
24.
Bloody hell!
I thought your old girl
Yeah,
was
they
on.
actually, they were my wife's cats, and her mother was actually given to the family because they had a vet friend, and somebody had shoved her through the letterbox into the mailing cage, and the vet didn't know what to do with her, so they adopted her when she was a kitten,
that's not good. I've just seen our friend Dan, friend of the show. I've just retweeted it. Their cat is old and is ill and has got to be put down, and they haven't got the money to pay for the the cat put down and to keep the ashes. You want to keep the ashes, so I've just retweeted a little GoFundMe. They're not looking for much, a few quid. I've popped a couple of quid in the hat. If you can, because cat's his family. Anyway, stop this diversion, Chris. God damn it!
Come on then, guys.
Is it?
Iain, you should know this. Think something that your boys are into.
Oh.
Crackers?
C
that they're into. Chess, they're intellectuals. Well, they're into video games.
I actually have a chess set in front of me.
Shut
as well,
up!
but
Stop
no.
showing off. Don't care. Don't tell me that no, and then say, "But I've got one." All right. My boys.
I was looking at it when you said it.
My boys are into something beginning with C. Well, they're very young, so that narrows it down a little bit.
It's a very big thing that I enjoy too. So I'm pretty sure you enjoy it. It's a very prevalent thing right now.
Pokemon
with a C.
Pokemon.
No.
I give up. What is it?
Comic book.
Cut him off.
Next 20 minutes on the train. He's gone. That guy's gone. That guy's gone. That guy is a chancer and a faker and a heartbreaker, and I will not be...
I feel sorry for his cats.
I feel sorry for everybody involved in that situation. 0344499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call. Within the first hour of its opening day, Universal Florida's latest Harry Potter roller coaster... Have you seen this story?
I saw the headline, but I don't know what it's
has
about.
amassed a staggering 10-hour wait time as thousands have descended on the park on Thursday in search of a magical thrill. So you get those things. If it's you get those markers. It'll be 30 minutes from this point. I'll probably stick around for that. 45 minutes, I will say to the boys, maybe let's come back later on. Let's find something that's a little less popular. 10 hours? Get a life. Get a life.
Yeah.
Get a life. This is why I hate theme parks. Why can't they just let you have a theme park on your own for the day? Why can't they do that? I mean, we had that when we went to Paulton's Park, because it wasn't half term for everyone else and the weather was lousy. We had the theme park to ourselves. Beautiful. I don't mind getting wet and freezing cold.
See, here's the problem. If you've got a Harry Potter ride that's just opening in America, forget it. Forget it for the first year.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
I would hang on until Harry Potter has become a thing of the past, and then you might get a ride.
Taking 2 years... Don't smirk because you said get a ride, and that could be an innuendo. You're smirking.
I'm not smirking.
You're looking arrogant. You're looking cocky, actually.
Good.
What's gone into you? Oh, it's because we had your friend Katie here. Right,
my friend, yeah.
Yeah, your friend. I got the vibe. She was very polite. I got the vibe. She's dead to me. Have you got her phone number?
Yeah.
Can I have it?
I'll ask her.
Taking 2 years and more than $300 million to build, Hagrid's Magic Creatures motorbike. Oh, it sounds awful. In Universal's Island of Adventure promises to take parkgoers on an otherworldly, mile-long adventure through the famed Forbidden Forest. They spelt forest wrong.
Oh, they spelled it double R?
Yeah.
Idiots.
They're thinking of Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Whitaker. All right, let's play Forest Poker.
Well, that's it.
No, it's Forrest Whitaker.
Sherwood Forest.
Black Forest.
New Forest.
Black Forest Gatto.
Forrest Gump.
Notts Forest.
Forbidden Forest.
Oh, this is good. Okay. Is In the Night Garden set in a forest?
No.
Okay.
It's in a night garden.
Okay. Luke Haynes has done some pictures, and I really want to buy one. It's 99 quid. Let me read you these paintings. Luke Haynes, friend of the show. I really want to buy one. I'm a bit skint at the moment, but I'm looking at them, and I might treat myself, right? These are great. These are absolutely great. So he's done some paintings, right, of people in the night garden.
You can tell he's got a small child.
So the one I've got my eyes on is the monkeys in the night garden.
Show me.
It's brilliant. It's funny and it's genuinely brilliant. Lemmy in the night garden, Hawkwind in the night garden, and Lou Reed in the night garden. They're brilliant. Go to lukehaynesshop.bigcartel.com. They're absolutely brilliant. And I'm eyeing up. I'm going to buy it. I'm just going to buy it. I'm just going to buy the monkeys in the night garden. I'm buying it now. Hey, guys, this is happening. This is happening now. This is live. Oh, you got to fill in stuff.
Just tweet him and say, Bagsy.
Bagsy! Forest. Oh, the Red Forest. Oh, it's the Red Sea, isn't it? Oh, no. Forest... Spooky Forest?
Come on.
Oh, the forest in Centre Parks.
It's not a forest, mate.
I'm out of forests.
Rainforest?
Ooh. Rainforest Cafe.
Oh, okay.
We're back in. Right, Rainforest Cafe.
Okay.
You can't have Rainforest because you've done that already. You'll go.
Yes,
mate.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm winning now. Now I'm winning.
New Forest Ponies.
Oh, New Forest.
No, I've already done the New Forest.
Charles, have you got any forests?
Forrest Gump, has he come up yet?
It was the second one we did, mate.
Okay, Forest of Sherwood.
Is that the same, and this is a technical question, is that the same as Sherwood Forest?
I think so, yeah.
Done it.
We've done that one.
Did you call in for anything else?
I've got one.
Go on.
Forest of Dean.
Okay, I'll let you have that one.
The New Forest.
Done it.
We've done it!
I didn't hear it, so I'm at a disadvantage here.
What can we do for you, Charles? Because you're not doing very well at Forest Poker.
I heard you say that 3 cats was your ideal number.
Yeah.
I was trying to convince you that 4 was a good idea.
Ooh, we're getting... Now, I'm not averse to getting a 4th cat at some point. I'd love a little kitten. I've done my part for the rescue community. I've got 3 rescue cats. I've got them. I've got them. Yeah. And I'm kind of thinking a little itsy bitsy baby kitten would... Go on, tell me about your 4.
Well, you see, because we've got 2 old ones and 2 little ones, it means that it's like a family unit.
Oh, yeah, because you get them on like a family ticket to the cinema and stuff. 2 adults, 2 kids.
Are any of them related?
The little ones are. Okay. I think they're brothers, yeah.
Okay.
Do the adults like the kittens?
They do. They took a while to warm up to them, but they eventually they get along with them now.
When they say they get along with them, do they like all kind of hang out together, or do the 2 elder ones stay together?
They do.
They do.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
They come together on the couch.
Oh.
Wow, you're lucky, man. And how old are the oldies?
I think they'll be like late teens.
Late teens. The cat.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm going to stick with this, Charles. 3 is the magic number for cats.
Yep.
4 is like living in ultimate cat luxury. But 5 is just weird, right?
I think as long as you can afford to feed them, I don't think there's a limit to how many.
Isn't it expensive? God, my God! Do your cats go outside to the toilet, or do you need to get litter?
No litter anymore. They're passed out, yeah.
Yeah, litter costs a fortune. Pet food, cat food costs an absolute fortune. And every night I've been home this week, Charles, I've come home and there has been a disembodied, dismembered creature on my nice new rug in my office. Last night, the rug was... I sent Kath a video. The rug is covered in feathers. There were 2 legs there and like some a bit of red mush.
Oh, dear.
It's disgusting.
But that was a present.
Yeah.
That was a present.
That was...
yeah, they think they're big loving, don't they?
Yeah.
Charles, thank you very much indeed. I appreciate that. I'm going to say Philippa Forrester. Then we're going to take a break.
I've seen Twitter too.
0345. Thought of it myself. 03444991000. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making...
It was the summer of 79. I met a boy on the scene in the Lower East Side. He was scribbled words on the walls, spray painted the town. Hip hop, punk rock, bottoms upside down. Yeah, the Bronx was burning and the city was turning in its grave. Beats were breaking, bomb D-train scraping through the tunnel to the fright of day. It was the same old, same old, same old, same old, same old, same old, same 2006, CBGB's closed the curtain, final act, Patti Smith. Towers collapsed, the compact disc was obsolete. Boredom is the birthplace of creativity. He stayed in his bedroom with his MacBook Pro. 9/11's Great Recession dwarfed the planet Pluto. Stop interest raised the risk for mainly blacks and Latinos. Hey, he was a content creator who blew up on IG. Hashtag fame, internet celebrity. Made $1 million mining cryptocurrency. And the world was trolling for America to become great again. Control, 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 control. Guns were falling, Kanye West was running for president. It was the
Coppola, man, what an honour to call her a friend when she's churning out stuff like this. Churning, I know she works hard, but that's the new song, Same O, from Imani. There's a new album coming out. She's coming on the show at some point, as I think is Ronnie Spector at some point. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You know how the show works. Set it up. Let's set it up, shall we? It's midnight. We might have got some new listeners. It's kind of midnight, and we just sit here, me and Katherine Boyle. She's coming back in a second, and we just sit and we just chat nonsense mainly. We do silly stuff. It's the kind of our friend Dave, regular contributor to the show on the phone and on Twitter. Dave tweeted I mentioned that I'd made a comment about how people were reacting to this whole Joe Brand thing. That's not really a news story, but we're told it's a news story. So people think it's a news story. It's not a news story. It's not. It's nothing. And Dave said this. Dave, I'm going to paraphrase Dave because I can't be bothered to look for it, is what I'm saying. He posted something along the lines of, there's so many people just looking to be unhappy and looking for hate and looking to magnify hate and looking to be miserable and make other people miserable. Why can't we just have tweets and news where we celebrate stuff and we share stuff to make people happy? You know, most phone-in radio is to make you angry and scared and self-righteous and indignant and frustrated and all of these things. But this show, what I'm trying to say is this show is not that. This show is to celebrate life. It's to celebrate art. It's to introduce you to some new TV shows and movies and music and ways of thinking that might work for you, or you might choose to reject them, and that's fine as well. But we are presenting you with opportunities which other radio shows on this station and on other stations do not present you with. That's about fair enough, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's like my Twitter feed, I try to keep it light and I try to keep it positive.
Yep.
And so if I share something with you, it's because I think it's worth it might be worth your time. You might like it.
Yeah.
Because I like it.
Now, one thing I don't like, one thing I really dislike is when people phone up this show, and I like a good competition. I like a good quiz. I love a good quiz. What I don't like is when people phone up the show with a made-up quiz where it's stacked against you. Mm-hmm. You know, like, can you name 10 things beginning with B? And you go brick, and they go no.
Yeah.
So I don't like those things.
No.
Let's go to Nellie. Good evening, Nellie. Oh.
Yeah, good evening, Ian. Good evening, Kath.
Hey, Nellie.
Nellie's back from Greece. Nellie's back from Greece. He had souvlaki. I forget. What can rhyme with souvlaki? Oh.
Now he's backy.
Okay,
Quite wacky.
Sorry?
Quite wacky.
Okay. Nellie's back from Greece. Nellie's back from Greece. He had souvlaki. Now he's backy. Having fish and chips. Oi!
No, something cheese.
Having mushy peas.
Yes.
Hey, I went to the doctor's today. It's not a joke. Because I got a letter, Nellie, a few weeks ago saying, you are now old. You're between 45 and 70. You can come in for your free health check. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to have that. I'm going to claim that. I don't think I pay NI. I don't think I do. Yeah, no, of course I do. I've never seen a bill for national insurance. But anyway, I pay taxes. So I thought I'd have it. So I went in for the blood tests. And I was weighed and all of that. She buggered up pulling the needle out. Oh, you saw the bruise. You saw the bruise on the arm when she pulled the needle out. And then I went back today to get the results. And I thought, can't they do your prostate now from blood tests?
I heard that was
I think they can.
Possible, yeah.
I think they can. So I thought I was going in for a full old... I did think this was the finger up the bum, or they won't be doing that. They'll have done it, the prostate with the blood tests, right? It wasn't. All it was they told me what I weighed. Bit hot, was it?
Very.
All they did, Kathy's had a bit of tea and winced. They told me what I weighed and said I was 9 kilos heavier than I should be, which is all right.
That's all right. You can get rid of that one.
That my cholesterol was good. My bad cholesterol was good, and my good cholesterol was a little low. And then they asked me some questions about family and stuff, and because my dad had had a heart attack at 50, they said, OK, well, you are 7% chance of having a heart attack early, right? Right, no, listen to this. And your heart, you're 46, your heart is the heart of a 53-year-old. I said, right, what happens if you take my dad's heart attack out of it? He said, why would we do that? I said, well, my dad was massively overweight when he had a heart attack, and he smoked 80 cigarettes a day. That's one after the other. That's chain smoking all day, right? I said, I suspect that maybe his heart attack was more to do with his weight and his fags than it being a genetic thing. So they took that out. She says, well, we'll have a look. They took that out. Suddenly, I'm down to, I think it was a 3% chance of a heart attack with people my age and with my weight and BMI.
What is this, like a Girls' World quiz? Was it A, B and C? And then
I had the heart, bearing in mind I'm 46, went down from 53 to 47. And I'm happy. And she said, here's what you need to do to get that heart age down even more. She said, do you eat cheese? I said, yes. How often? Every day. She said, you got to cut back on your cheese. I said, you can get stuffed. I'm not cutting back on my cheese. So I'm 46. My heart is showing as that of a 47-year-old. And you want me to stop eating cheese? Nah. It's not going to happen.
Who's going to be looking at your heart anyway?
Not going to happen. I would never get so intimate with someone that I'd let them see inside my heart. So, Nellie, they didn't tell me if I prostate. Didn't tell me about prostate. Didn't tell me anything like that. It felt to me, and they gave me some leaflets, which are on the floor of my car, and will be on the floor of my car for 6 months until I throw them away. It felt like, Nellie, a waste of time. A what? A W-O-T.
They just tell you stuff that you already know, don't they? So, you know.
The cholesterol I was quite interested in. But I know I'm a little bit overweight. I know I had a big talk about how I needed to do more exercise. Yeah, I know I need to do more exercise. I'm inactive. I know that. But I thought it was going to be like the cancers and all of that. How do I get someone to put their finger up my bum?
Oh my God.
Well,
a medical person, please.
Okay. I was just going to just put it out there on the show and see what we get.
Do you know what? I suspect there would be quite a high people taking me up on that offer if I did put that on Twitter.
Like a human pencil topper.
Because I don't really like this doctor's I'm at. I don't like the vibe there. I don't like the...
There is a bit of a snooty vibe.
It's a snooty vibe, isn't it? And how can I phone up and say I want my
Less attitude, please.
No.
With my medical care.
I want my prostate checked. Can you do that, Nelly? How old are you, Nelly? What are you, 36?
Wow. How do you know that?
Did I get it right?
That's exactly right, yeah.
Because I can do it, man. I can do it. I can do it from the voice, and it amazes me every time. If I'm more than 2 years out, I'm not interested. But 36, okay.
That was crazy.
So you're some way off.
Wow.
Honestly, I can do it from the voice, and Kathy's not even impressed by it anymore because I do it all the time. You're some way off having to worry about the old prostate, but I would like to get it checked out. Maybe if I put it on Periscope, someone could have a look for me.
I think you can just say, well, I think there's something going on in my, whatever, area.
Bumhole?
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to say it, that's what it is.
It's the medical term.
Wrexham.
Wrexham? It's not in Wrexham, no, I don't live in Wrexham, I live near Aylesbury, but okay.
Pipe, something.
Yes?
Just ask about it, just say, I've got something, I think there's something going on in there. Could I have that checked? I would have thought doctors say, yeah, go on then.
Okay, alright, let's, okay. Okay, well, if anyone knows how I can get a doctor to examine my bum, consensually, obviously, I don't want to just, walk in and drop it.
Drop trow.
What was that really cool song? It's Same-O by Imani Coppola. It's her new single. Go buy it and support the artist. Thank you, Neil. Now, Nelly, what did you call him for?
Well, obviously my holiday.
He's come to show off about his holiday.
Well, not well.
Yes.
It was all inclusive. Now with my work thing.
Oh yeah.
That was. I mean, I started off pretty well because first morning for breakfast.
Yeah.
I thought, well, get a bit of muesli, bit of eggs, that'll do me. But as the holiday went on, it got worse and worse.
How long was the holiday? A week or 2 weeks?
Just over a week.
Okay. I think for holidays, you can, I think holidays you kind of have to let go a bit, don't you?
Yeah, well...
That's part of the experience.
The last breakfast, got progressively worse.
Yeah.
Last breakfast, I had 5 bowls of rice pudding.
Sorry?
They have it there.
Sorry?
Yeah, 'cause in Greece, they have, rice pudding there.
Oh, the rice pudding. I know my mother-in-law used to make it. Man alive. That is... Because that ain't like rice pudding we get in tins over here. That stuff is divine.
It's just pure cream and...
Yeah.
I'm not sure there's any rice in it. It's just cream, I think, and a bit of cinnamon.
Filth.
Lovely. But also, on the holiday as well, there was a spa in the hotel.
Yeah.
And because I'm all-inclusive, you get a voucher for a free massage, 15-minute massage.
Beautiful.
Wife wasn't bothered, so I thought, well, I might see what this is about. There's a couple of lasses from the spa just sort of trying to sell stuff, trying to get people to go there. I thought, oh, well, it could be, might as well, it's free, might as well use it.
Yeah, of course. Free massage, never turn that down.
So I went up, said, I've got a bit of neck and shoulder, back, it's probably, I could do with a massage, focus on that. So they said, oh yeah, yes, come up in the afternoon. So I went up in the afternoon.
Yeah.
They showed me to the room, said, oh, well, you wait in there, and your therapist will be there in a second. So there in shorts, and a bloke walked in.
Yeah. Oh.
Which I wasn't expecting. He hadn't seen him at all.
See, I'm more embarrassed when it's a woman. I'm not embarrassed at all when anyone massages me now, but I used to be more embarrassed when it was a woman doing it.
You see, I've only had a massage a couple of times before, and it was a woman both times, and it was nice.
Yeah.
It was lovely. Don't know, I just thought it was a bit... I mean, look at it. So, got on the table, face down.
Yeah.
And
got a boner. Boner straight away.
Well, this is the thing, right?
Oh, he did! Flippin' heck, Nelly! He got a boner!
This is, well, right, you know when the massager and at the head end...
So you're, of what?
So
above your neck? Suddenly there were 3 hands touching you.
No, so I'm face down.
Yes.
They're the head end.
Yeah.
And they're sort of...
Stop saying head end.
Doing the back. And they're sort of leaning over a bit.
Yeah.
But I think what touched me was...
Oh.
He had like a robe on. I think it was like there was a knot.
Oh my God.
I think it was that. But
This
he also,
is beautiful.
He did a bit on my legs as well, and he said, "Oh, that they are very tight calves, very tight." So there was a bit of compliment there.
Where was he from?
I've no idea. Greece, I presume. He looked like that. Isn't it? Sean Williamson.
Yeah.
Oh, right, Barry from EastEnders.
The Night Fever. He looked like him. And he was very friendly. And he said, that you need more... I wonder the voice. You need more work on your neck and your back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course he said that, because that one wouldn't be free.
Well, yeah, but like, the thing that I thought, the two lasses who were like outside waiting, obviously, to sort of sell me more stuff. They had me. So, well, yeah, I'll go on then. They gave me a good deal. So I went back.
Sucker. This guy's a sucker. This guy's a sucker.
I
got a bridge I can sell you, Nelly, in a minute, but go on.
I went back, and when he sort of greeted me, he did have quite a unnaturally big smile on his face.
Oh. Well, the Greeks invented it, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just...
So you left your wife and you're now living in Greece.
You're a very sensual man. Don't be ashamed.
I mean, it was nice. I mean, I think his hands were too big.
I've just booked a fella to come around my house and give me one on Monday. He's gonna batter me, hopefully. He's just because honestly, my back is killing me. So I've just got this guy to come around. I'm always self-conscious, Nelly, when I have women massage me, that I want them to know that I won't say woke, I'm waking, and that I am not there for sexual satisfaction. I am there for massage, and I respect their art. So I make lots of noises. Oh God. That are not sexual, that are obviously not sexual noises.
So what kind of noises?
Oh yes, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's hitting the spot. That's it. Yeah. Oh! Yes, that feels good in a non-sexual way. That's how I do it, Nelly.
I just had to stay quiet because I don't know. You have to know what to say.
It sounds like it sounds like you're being abused or something. I just kept quiet, kept my eyes closed, and prayed for it to finish as quickly as I possibly could.
Well, you see, the second one I went on was like it was a back, neck, and scalp massage. That's how it was advertised.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's look at. Let's just say it also included. I'm going to say a third of the arse.
What?
No, right. You mean the top of the buttocks? The top of the buttocks. Yeah. That's nice. He didn't. It wasn't an internal massage.
If his neck and shoulder, though, he shouldn't be touching that, should he?
It's all connected.
Neck, shoulder and back.
It's all connected. Nelly, I think you just need to loosen up a little bit. I think you need to relax. Just let it happen. It's all natural. The Greeks invented it. It's all natural. Just go for it. Go with the flow. Enjoy yourself. Have a great time. That's what I plan to do on Monday. I got a guy called Alan who's going to come round and give me a good old seeing to. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
So, we get these videos for the show, and it really helps if you retweet them or share them on Facebook when you get them, because it really helps the show. The one that's got everyone upset on the Talk Radio Facebook page is the one about speakerphones.
Oh, God.
Still going. Guy who's on... You know we don't like speakerphones on here. I think it's the worst thing you can do. Yeah, I do. Catherine's upset. Look, she's dying. She's dying as a protest. Okay. So the video's up there, and the Talk Radio Facebook page is not a good place to go.
It might as well be the Talk Sport one, if you know what I mean.
It is... Oh, it's that. Of course it's not soundproof. We can hear the guy up there. It is full of thickos, racists, Tommy Robinson supporters, and just idiots.
Let's just say they're not our people.
No. But I'm feeling a bit indestructible at the moment, so I'm enjoying winding them up. Okay, and when I don't feel indestructible, I back away, but I'm enjoying this. So this video's there. Let me read out some of the new comments. We read some the other day. 12 hours ago, David Cunningham has posted. Cunningham is interesting. What a condescending...
Has he used the C word?
Yeah, he's written it. My reply. My word. What awful language. Delete your account. Luke McAvoy. What a dick that presenter is. What business is it? Oh, this is my favourite one, because this has got science in it.
Well, tell you what, it's literally our business.
What business is it of his how we hold our phones? I'll hold my phone however the F I like. He's just written F. I prefer not to have a radioactive device. And by the way, his badge is, I voted Brexit Party. I prefer not to have a radioactive device so close to my brain and generally always use speakerphone. Here's the science. Incidentally, now I don't know if this is true or not, so could you fact check this for me? I think I know, but maybe I've missed something. Incidentally, phone providers actually advise holding the phone a certain distance from your ear to reduce the risk of radiation exposure.
Okay. If it's that strong that it's going to get you there, what makes you think that having it within a metre of your body will be any safer?
I replied, Luke, it would appear your brain has been fried already, madam. You are rude and selfish and everything that is wrong with this country. Go home, you're drunk. Which he probably was, actually. Steve Palmer wrote, what a this is my favourite reply. 0344 499 1000, by the way. Steve Palmer. What a moron. Not had his morning latte, I guess. My reply, you've not had your afternoon tug. He replied, well played, Ian, well played. You've got to respect that. You've got to respect that. Gary then comes in. Big man, except when in the jungle and sobs like a baby.
Oh.
No need to humiliate callers. These are all people that support free speech. I would imagine if I clicked on their profiles, it would be free speech.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. The caller wasn't humiliated, they were laughing, but
my reply is, no need to use speakerphone. It is worse than spitting in the face of policemen or pissing in the street.
Oh.
Gary has replied, knife crime on streets, democracy being robbed, and your beef is a poor guy used a speakerphone, tap on the wrist and then move on. I've replied, it could be argued speakerphone usage is worse than all of those things. Think about that, Buttercup. And so on and so on and so on it goes.
Can't find anything about phones.
Right, almost as if it's simply not true. I do love it. Don't go on... this isn't reverse psychology, right? I genuinely don't care what you do. Just be careful if you go on the Talk... I was a member of the Talk Radio page, and then I just left it because I was just getting so much darkness in my feed, you know, pro-Tommy stuff and all of this stuff, which is not my vibe at all. But I am enjoying... every time they post one of my videos on there, I share it on my page, facebook.com/Iain Lee. And then I just go and troll them because they're so easy to wind up because they're so thick.
American Cancer Society, this is something I would trust, right?
Yeah.
RF waves given off by cell phones don't have enough energy to damage DNA directly or heat body tissues. Because of this, it's not clear how cell phones might be able to cause cancer. Most studies done in the lab have supported the idea that RF waves do not cause DNA damage. Some scientists have reported that RF waves from cell phones produce effects in human cells that might possibly help tumours grow. However, several studies in rats and mice have looked at whether RF energy might promote the development of tumours caused by other known carcinogens. These studies did not find evidence of tumour promotion.
So there is not... phone companies are not saying you should hold the phone a certain distance away from you like that gentleman, like a bloke who voted Brexit. I'm not saying he's easily misled. Not saying that he just, you know, believes stuff he reads on the internet, but like he said.
Here's the studies in humans. Studies had mixed results. In most studies, patients with brain tumours do not report more cell phone use overall than the controls. This finding is true when all brain tumours are considered as a group or when specific types are considered. Most studies do not show a dose-response relationship, which would be a tendency for the risk of brain tumours to be higher with increasing cell phone use. This would be expected if cell phone use caused brain tumours. Most studies do not show that brain tumours occur more often on the side of the head where people hold their cell phones. phones. This might also be expected if cell phone use caused brain tumours. Some studies have found a possible link. For example, several studies published by the same research group in Sweden have reported an increased risk of tumours on the side of the head where the cell phone was held, particularly with 10 or more years of use. It's hard to know what to make of these findings because most studies by other researchers have not had the same results, and there is no overall increase in brain tumours in Sweden during the years that correspond to these reports.
think we get the idea that the guy is speaking of. Anyway, if you want to join in the fun, I tell you what I'll do is, how do I link? I don't think you... Here's the thing with Facebook. You can't just share a link to, like we can with Twitter, to that comment.
That post.
Anyway, go and scroll down and find the video and join in. It's fun, but I would really warn against joining the page. Right, quick break. When we come back, let's have a look at the papers. Let's talk some more. Let's talk the talk, walk the walk. Betty Boo doing the do.
Wow.
Yes.
After-hours amusement for anarchists, air hostesses and jet-lagged Antipodeans.
G'day, coppers. Can I crash on your floor? The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
344 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. We've got no calls lined up. Good calls tonight, though.
Really good.
Really good calls tonight. Thank you, everybody. It's appreciated. Boydie, what have you got?
A boss at a top insurance firm has been suspended after joking about his colleague's glazed ring.
Oh, now, because that could be interpreted as either a donut or a bumhole.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. That's not good.
James Conley bought Krispy Kreme donuts into the office at Global Marine and Energy Speciality, Guy Carpenter, to celebrate his birthday.
Here's the thing. They need to... Guy Garvey from Elbow.
No.
They need to make Krispy Kreme illegal.
So
they need to make it illegal. Because you can down like 3 of those.
I know.
Without even thinking about it.
Sometimes on payday, if I'm feeling celebratory, I might buy one of those big boxes full and take them home, right?
Yeah.
And they're supposed to last quite a long time, a few days, because the girls will have a couple and, you know, people will have a couple. But I can never just have one.
I like the ones, the lemon cheesecake, the custards.
I'll eat any.
Yeah.
I like the ones with the custard in best, if I'm honest.
And remember, when I was a kid, here's the thing, when I was a kid, donuts you get were freshly fried at the market, and they were bloody horrible.
They were nice when they were hot.
No, they weren't. They were cheap. What are they made with? Fat?
Batter.
Cheap fat batter. But what's the stuff that a donut is made of? It's not just made of batter.
It's made of batter.
No, it's not. That's the stuff that goes round it. What is the stuff it's made of? What is the stuff... Oh, don't get me started, young lady.
It is made of batter.
What?
And the outside fries...
is the stuff that a donut is made of. It can't be batter.
It is.
It can't...
Stop dinging that. It doesn't change the facts.
Well, you're the fact. You're thinking of pancakes.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. What?
Shouting's not going to make it different.
What? They're made of dough.
They're
and
made
nuts.
Of batter.
Stop saying that. I'm doing the Pavlov thing here. I'm training you so that every time you say that donuts are made of batter. You get a bell, and that will eventually put you off saying it because you find the bell so annoying.
I don't. I can do this all night.
Oh, shit!
I've been working with you. Been working with you for 5 years. I have quite a high tolerance.
Rang the bell, and the dogs came and ate food. They associated the bell with good times. Got the science wrong.
And you know what the food was made of? Batter.
Stop it! Tell your story.
In an email
Rory, tell us a story.
In an email to colleagues, the divorced dad wrote, "There are donuts on Alf's desk, as it's my birthday today. I hope people like Krispy Kremes. I know Soraya enjoys a glazed ring."
Oh, no. That's not commenting on her a-hole. That's just saying she likes licking out an a-hole. That's not... Read the headline again. This is misleading. Because the headline made it imply he was talking about her a-hole.
Top boss suspended over Krispy Kreme joke about female colleague's glazed ring.
Well, it's not.
I wasn't talking about her glazed ring.
No, he wasn't talking about glazed ring. He's talking about the glazed ring she likes to chow down on.
Yeah. Well...
Okay, well, this is really interesting.
However, Soraya Fauci hit back in a furious retort, the Sun reports.
Okay.
"This is absolutely, totally unacceptable, James," she wrote in an email.
Oh, no!
What?
Oh, no!
What?
Oh, no, someone's just sent me something.
What?
The donut is a fried ring or globule of sweet dough.
Batter.
Boom!
Batter.
Boom!
Batter.
It's dough! It's It's from howdonutsaremade.com.
No, it's not.
It's dough. It's dough. It's dough. This is incredible. This is the best day of my life. It's dough. The donut. And I was so upset because I didn't want to do this to you. You're my best mate. I don't want to humiliate you on radio. That's the last thing I ever want to do. The donut is a fried ring. I've had one of them before. Or globule of sweet dough that is either yeast leavened or chemically leavened. The dough is mixed and shaped, dropped into hot oil and fried and glazed. Jam-filled donuts are called Bismarcks. I don't know if this page is real. There we go. You've been totally destroyed, mate. You've been totally destroyed.
Okay.
You're totally destroyed.
Katie Puckrik wouldn't do that.
No,
this is totally unacceptable.
Because Katie Puckrik is American laid-back Californian vibe. I'm from Slough, where we do things properly. Washington. She's from California, USA, America. Yeah, it's the same place.
This is absolutely totally unacceptable, James, she wrote in an email. There are limits to jokes you can send at work, copying in or colleagues, and this is extremely rude and offensive. Please note this will be followed to HR. Happy birthday.
HR, now what's that? Hard, what does that stand for?
Human resources.
Okay, I thought it was a sexual innuendo. I do apologise.
Now,
Reading
Mr.
too much into this story.
Now, Mr. He's been suspended for it.
I have? When?
He has.
Good. Sorry?
While they investigate the remark.
Good, rightfully so. I would like to send you to ER.
Wow, you're threatening me now over batter.
Only with HR. Send you to HR because this is the problem. You're like Nigel Farage and Boris Johnson in that you talk absolute bollocks that is dangerous and is demeaning and puts this country at risk, and yet when you are given the facts, you deny them. You just deny them. You just deny them. You Google it. It's made of dough.
Well, LouLou's just got in touch with me and said it's batter.
Well, LouLou is an idiot. LouLou is an idiot.
I mean, if you look at the ingredients, it's
dough.
It's batter.
It's actually dough.
It's a batter.
It's a dough.
It's a batter.
It's actually a dough.
It's a batter, though.
It's not. It's dough. They're dough. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I forgot they used to be called batter nuts.
Batter your nuts.
You'd love to, given the opportunity. Well, you won't, because I've been wearing a box to work for the last 6 weeks after what happened last time. Or what happened 6 weeks and 1 day ago. I'll wear a box now. Listen. No one's getting in there. It's dough, Katherine. You've embarrassed yourself. That's a shame. I feel sorry for you. I don't really. You deserved it.
I'm not sorry.
Well, exactly, for Nigel Farage. Exactly, Boris Johnson's press conference the other day. Did you take cocaine? That's a good question. When Brexit doesn't happen by October the 31st, we'll leave anyway. Huh? What? What are you talking about? Wasn't the question? Exactly. That's what you do. You obfuscate.
Oh.
Katherine obfuscates for cash round the back of the bus stop.
Wow, now that is an HR matter.
Really? Hand relief.
It's all going to the tribunal, mate.
Yeah, exactly. It will be.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah, it will.
Totally will, though.
Yeah.
But and you said it on air, so I've got a record of it.
Yeah, I said you offer hand relief around the back of the bus stop.
You said it again.
You batter nuts.
Wow.
To get some dough.
Wow.
To make donuts.
They don't make them out of that.
No, oh God, that would be... I bet someone does, though.
If you can think of it, someone's tried it.
This is Talk Radio.
Experience the unconventional.
Hello?
The unpredictable.
Don't you think that's a bit weird?
And the completely unorthodox.
It was my birthday.
With rule-free Iain Lee.
I was just trying to generate a bit of content.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Hate alarm clock. Hate going to work.
On Talk Radio.
03444991000 is the telephone number. That conversation is done, Katherine. It's
batter.
Done.
How to make donut batter.
I would like to move on, please, because your little foibles are dragging this show down to a playground level.
You can get batter dispensers.
Please, that's a threat. That's a threat. She just threatened to dispense battering on me. Let's go to George. Good evening, George.
Good evening, Ian, Kath.
Evening, George. What you got for us tonight?
Jonathan Ross used to do a radio show from Ronnie Scott's club.
Oh, yeah.
Did you phone it?
I participated in one with Joe Brand and Frankie Howard.
She's nice, Joe Brand, isn't she?
I really don't know. I really didn't get to speak to her. I've never found her particularly funny.
But not my cup of tea. But she's been working for God knows how long, 35 years, doing constant work. Some of the stuff she does I like, some of the stuff not so keen on. I think I've met her twice. Was absolutely delightful to me and very charming when she had no reason to be both times. So she's a winner in my books.
She had a relationship with an acquaintance of mine, a comedian called Malcolm Hardy.
Malcolm Hardy, yeah. I've met Malcolm, yeah.
Yeah, and I understand a film's been made about him. I wonder if she features in that. And I am wondering, I'm wondering... Would it be possible to get a copy of a tape of a call I did earlier? Would that be possible?
What? Probably not. What call? It's a call about another call.
No, I had a call to James and Ash.
Well, you have to speak to them. You have to speak to them about it.
Oh.
Well, come on, man. Look, we're both busy. We're not going to... We might possibly, if it was easily findable, find a call that was on our show, but we're not going to root around on another radio show.
It was just after 8 o'clock.
OK, we'll speak to them, or just get it off of the listen again.
How could I record that?
Well, you play it, and then you hold up a tape recorder to it and record it.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. You've got to think these things. You've got to think these things through.
It was a classic call.
Well, OK, George, when will you accept that almost every call you make to us is about a previous call? Stop it. Stop it. Live in the moment. Tell us something new. Talk about something we haven't spoken about before. Stop talking about calls to other radio shows. Stop talking about calls that you've made to us in the past. Stop talking about a bank of a gazillion wonders. Phone in and talk about something different and something new and about and be in the present moment.
Well, I made a confession and I'd like to make that confession.
No, you've done it on another call.
You're so funny. You really are.
No, and you're so annoying, and your sarcasm doesn't work. Stop.
Where's the sarcasm?
There. Stop talking about previous phone calls, and don't bring us material that you used on James's show.
You're involved in my story. You're part of my story.
Right, but don't tell us what you said on James's show. What's the point?
Well, the point would be to clarify something that I said to you before, and drawing attention to a conversation.
All right, just tell us what you want to say. Let's stop. Just tell us what you want to say, because I'm losing the will to live here.
Well, I've drawn people's attention to a conversation I had with Mike Dickin in.
Oh no, George, no, mate, come on, please. Stop phoning up and talking about previous phone calls you've done.
Yeah, but it was a confession.
I don't care what you said to... I don't care... This is now Inception. This is now a call about a call that was about a call.
You're supposed to be the late night alternative.
Yeah, I am.
I consider myself to be very alternative. But
you're doing a call about a call that you did, which was about a call.
Yes.
One more level, and we're in danger of getting stuck in this forever.
No, a call that I've drawn attention to and tried to tune people into, and it is in all my calls to radio stations...
We're going to go back into another one!
No, to all
We're in a Venn diagram of your calls now.
I've only lied in one, and that was the conversation that I was drawing attention to. And I just want.
Please tell me what you want to say. Just stop referring to other calls. What do you want to say now?
I want to say that on that call that I've been drawing attention to, I lied. I made myself.
So you're interested?
Made myself to be in communication with extraterrestrial intelligences, and I wasn't. And as I say, that is the only time that in all those years of making radio calls that I've told a lie.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you got that off your chest. I hope you feel better now.
I do.
Brilliant. We done?
Yeah.
Thank you. Let us go to Sheila. Good evening, Sheila.
Hello.
Hello, Sheila.
Oh, I don't know what to say now after that.
Okay, well, everyone just say what you want to say. Because I'm now seriously considering getting Paul Ross to come in early, because I'm in a foul mood.
Oh, no, that'd be nice. I don't mind talking to Paul Ross.
What would you like to say, Sheila?
Hello. Okay, so I'm a serial offender at the moment.
Okay.
I buy tickets to lots of things and I don't attend them.
Oh.
So quite a lot of them have been you and Katherine's events.
Oh.
Yeah, I buy them, I pay for them, and I don't go.
Why do you do that?
I don't mean to do it. So the only one I've attended was the London one last Christmas.
That George was at?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
That's so weird that you say that, because I was about to hang up when I heard George.
Me too. So why do you think you do it? I've
got a photo with him.
Okay. Why do you think? Hang on. Why do you think you do it? That you buy tickets and don't go? Is it because you're scared? Is it because you forget? Is it because you panic? What is it?
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Worried.
Yeah.
And a bit mental.
Yeah. Well, those things are accurate. Yes. What are you worried about?
So, like the last show, I was fine coming to the main event, but then after that I bought tickets for the games night, and I couldn't wait to come to it. If I'm honest, that's the bit I really wanted to get to.
Yeah, the games night was wicked.
It was really good fun.
We'll do that again this Christmas.
Oh, Katherine, I so wanted to come to that. I love games. I'm so competitive. And I just couldn't do it. And came to the other bit, and that was lovely. And I do it all the time.
We had a lot of people that bought tickets for the game bit that didn't turn up for that.
I know, but I know you probably don't understand it, but I've also bought tickets to Weird Science. I bought tickets to Bros.
Oh no, you didn't come.
Okay, Weird Science, if I'm honest, yeah, I didn't come because I wasn't in a good place. Bros, I was so wanting to come to, and I actually got the date wrong. I didn't attend that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a different thing. But
it's
I think we have
a serial thing now, and now that next week's coming up, the London gig.
Yeah.
It's so stupid, but it's bothering me so much. I'm like, I want to go, but I don't want to go.
It's not stupid. I think it's quite common. We have several people, I think, that buy tickets for our shows and don't turn up because of anxiety and so. You know, we have a lot of nervous fans.
People who just feel awkward in social situations. It's completely, it's a lot more common than you'd realise.
The thing is that sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm like really confident.
Yeah.
And on the phone I'm confident, and some social situations I am.
As long as it's nothing that happened when you actually came to the thing at Christmas that put you off. Okay.
Oh no, yeah, there was one thing.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
But it was my own fault because I couldn't find the place. It was in London, but there's another pub with a similar name that comes up on the map.
Yeah. All right, so what have we got to do to get you to this show whenever the next show is, which is soon, I think?
I think it's next week.
It might be, actually. You could be right.
The sooner it's coming, I'm feeling more and more nervous about it.
Right, so what can we do to get you there?
I don't think there's anything. It's making me more and more nervous. I want to come.
Right.
I had a lovely time. I loved it.
It was fun.
Rainbow George, and I've got photos of me and Rainbow George that I've listened to for about, 20 years.
Every call feels like 20 years, at least.
But I've got a photo with him, and he gave me his card.
Of course he did. He wants you to write a song for him.
I could.
No, I suggest you don't.
Involved.
Unless you want to. If you want to, that's fine.
No, I won't. But it was, I loved it. It was such a lovely night. I loved it. But because I went to the wrong pub, because it's not very clear, I ended up coming in a few minutes after you started, and I was sat right at the back.
Yeah.
There were no chairs for me, and they had to interrupt the whole thing, bringing in chairs for me and my friend.
I don't think we noticed.
No, I don't know. You didn't at all, but I felt really rude.
Yeah, of course, I get that. Well, listen, if you want to come, well, I think it's not this Sunday, it's the Sunday after.
I think it is,
Then come and you'd be very welcome. If you don't want to come, then that would be a shame.
Okay, but I don't want to waste the tickets, so if I don't come, can I give them away maybe next Friday or Saturday?
Yeah, do it on Twitter. It's easier on Twitter. It's easier on Twitter.
Okay.
So if you tweet us, we'll retweet it.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right,
I don't
nice.
want it to go to waste.
Thanks for letting us know, Sheila.
Love you.
Ta-ra, bye-bye, bye-bye. I get that. We get a lot of people that are shy or anxious or, because of the nature of this show. Everybody is welcome. I tell you what we do get. We get loads of people coming on their own.
Yeah.
Loads of people coming on their own. And sometimes those people will turn to the people next to them and have a chat. And sometimes they won't. And that's absolutely fine. There's no pressure to get involved. The London shows are always a laugh anyway. There's 100 people. It's a nice tiny little room. You get drinks if you want. Where it's an early show. I think it's 5:45. I don't know that for sure. But it's an early show, and we're done by 8. And then we stick around and say hello and have pictures out on the street, and then everyone goes home.
It's generally a really friendly, free and easy vibe.
Strong vibe.
Yeah.
I'll have been at a jigsaw competition that morning, so I'll be in a great mood.
Super relaxed.
Going to be jigsawed up, man. I didn't do any of the stuff that we were going to talk about. All right, go on. What have you got?
All right, here's one. A millionaire reveals he wants realistic, intimate doll identical to ex-wife.
Okay, I understand that.
Millionaire's ex-wife left him and filed for divorce 18 months after deciding she no longer loves him. Since the split, the anonymous man can't bear the thought of starting a sexual relationship with another woman, so he decided to get in touch with a luxury marketplace dubbed the Amazon for Millionaires and ask for help. Last week, the strange request was sent to hushhush.com.
Hushhush.com, what's that?
That's the Amazon for Millionaires.
Hushhush.com.
This is an elaborate advert, who's agreed to help him recreating his ex-wife.
What? Hang on a minute. From what?
A sex doll.
Welcome to Hush Hush, the world's leading luxury marketplace. There's a watch. First thing I see is a watch. Guess how much this watch is? Traditionnel, small model, rose gold watch, Vacheron Constantin.
Oh. Are we talking dollars or pounds?
Pounds.
£8,000.
Higher.
What? £18,000.
Higher.
38.
Higher.
100.
Lower.
92.
£63,500 for a watch.
I mean, you get a better time with that, or
for a watch. Hang on, so they're going to build a sex doll of his
ex, which
wife.
I think is.
Where is that listed on here? They've got cars, yachts, property, aircraft. This is some website. Aircraft, furniture, home decor, lighting, art, sex bots, jewellery. Sex bots. There we go. Yes, there is a section. You're absolutely. No, there's not. Of course there's not. Maybe it's under lifestyle.
I imagine.
Oh! Right. Yes, mate. This cannot be real. This cannot be real. This is a spoof website. This is a spoof website. So we go to lifestyle, right? Now, how big is it? 100 litres. Mount Everest bottled oxygen. So it's an oxygen tank with a mask, 100 litres. It's got two prices here. Hang on, it's 100 litres. 100 litres is... Okay, right. 100 litres of Mount Everest bottled oxygen. You will never guess how much this is. $402,000. $402,000, right? There's a Rubik's Cube. The Masterpiece Cube Rubik's Cube. See if we can get a description of this. You can buy an ordinary... Come in, Paul. You'll like this, Paul. You ever shopped on Hush Hush? You can buy an ordinary Rubik's Cube for about $3 online.
Can I get a sex spot of my first 2 wives? No. Giant size.
The best bits
You could get anything.
This Rubik's Cube has 185 carats of expensive stones, like emeralds, amethysts, rubies, right? Guess how much this is?
I love Kath's question to you, dollars or pounds, but somebody should be so specific.
This is pounds.
Okay, I would say that would be £29,500.
Catherine, it's higher than that.
My God, for
quite a
this bejewelled Rubik's Cube.
Yeah. It's a Rubik's Cube.
900,000.
It's just shy of £2.1 million.
Am I hearing things, or is there a train going by?
Hang on a minute. There was a train going. Sorry, yeah, I do apologise. Look at that. This is tomorrow's show. Is Hush Hush. We'll do this tomorrow. That's incredible. There was a train. Sorry, Paul.
It was fantastic because it was that kind of.
We had a little bit of brief encounter earlier on. We're doing that tomorrow. We're looking at Hush Hush. We'll finish that story tomorrow, okay?
Yeah,
Keep that. Paul, we're 58:15. What have you got on tonight's show?
We're being more serious tonight. We're off to Hong Kong for the very latest from there. We're speaking to a former Republican congressman about the increasing tensions in Iran. Of course, we're covering all the latest British political news. But on a lighter note, we're talking the Black Death, bubonic plague. That's the
finally story.
Well, because, as I think we all know, in the 13th century, the Black Death claimed probably 40% of all human beings in Europe. Okay, 4 out of 10. We now know it turned up actually in this country in the 6th century, equally devastating. So we've got the academic behind that. He's been digging up stiffs from Cambridgeshire graveyards and sending them to Germany for analysis.
Talking about stiffs after 1.
Talk Radio.